powerhouse home for classic rock and roll. KKID 92.9 FM is KKID Salem Raleigh.
Sit right down, then you gotta teach about freedom. You gotta win it, gotta put yourself smack dab in it. Hey, tomorrow, it goes away. On the freedom, just right on the way.
This year we're going to grab the bull by the balls and kick those punks off campus.
What do you intend to do, sir? Delta's already on probation.
They are?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Then as of this moment, they're on double secret probation.
Double secret probation, sir?
There is a little-known codicil in the Faber College Constitution, which gives the dean unlimited power to preserve order in time of campus emergency.
Find me a way to replace Donald Trump.
You live next door. Put Niedermeyer on it. He's a sneaky little shit just like you, right? The time has come for someone to put his foot down. And that foot is me.
You just can't abuse it. Freedom, get moving. Never gonna stop till everybody moving on. Love for one another. Call it some friend and call it some
brother. Star Trek. 3 years. I Love Lucy, 5.5 years. Seinfeld, 9 years. The Dave Weinbaum Show, now in my 11th year. I used to open for Rush and Hannity, and now I proudly follow the Eagles and Queen. With 10 years in the tank now, with an eye on 20. The time to get it off your chest is now. They accuse this show of being run by boobs. Well, let me tell you something about us boobs. We're real, and we're spectacular. The midterm elections just may have saved the polling industry. That's right, Karl Rove's job is safe for a while. Republicans barely lost the House, but they gained who knows how many seats in the Senate. Some of them still up for grabs, apparently, in Florida and Arizona. But they will have gains. And Trump is trying to sound a collegial message to Pelosi, saying that he wants to work together with her and that she's a real patriot. I don't know how he forms those words in his mouth, but okay, fine. That's what you got to say. That's what you got to say. So he's saying this while House Democrats, the ones now in charge of all the investigations, are talking about more investigations and impeachment. Pelosi will be challenged by the Dems, but I think that's what he's going to have to deal with, and I don't see anybody else beating her, or even if they do, it'll be the same old, same old. You know, at least Trump doesn't have to deal with the anti-Trumpers, you know, the rhinos like Paul Ryan and Jeff Flake, Corker. Nor does he have to deal with the Ohio governor, Kasich. He's got his guy in there, DeWine, and that's going to be very important in the 2020 race. He's got Blackburn in Tennessee now instead of Corker. McSally in Arizona, maybe. She's fighting for it. You know, it seems like the Dems are trying to steal what they haven't earned in the voting booths. The blue tsunami turned out to be just a little trickle, as Trump cut in half the losses that Obama showed in his first midterm. And then there was that amazing presser the president held the other day, and you could see with the mainstream media who were bragging about this tsunami, the blue tsunami, you could see they were in full attack mode. More desperation on their part, more knowledge that they don't have any influence in America anymore, that this president is overwhelmingly more popular than they are. And here in Missouri, I want a moment of silence because I don't know how to say this, but we lost dear Claire, who via this show's featuring of James O'Keefe's Project Veritas revealed what a liar she is and has been. And Claire has been retired by Josh Hawley. And because of Claire's retirement, we have one of the show's sponsors, and that would be A1 Tech Connor. He is going to give away during this show by phone callers, and he's going to give it away from his company, A1 Tech, a Claire McCaskill retirement gift of a completely set up used desktop computer. How's that one? And we're going to tally up the calls. You have to have some content. Yeah, give him some applause there. So I know you're all, a lot of people out there. Sorry, Claire is gone, but I got to tell you something. This show really showed the Project Veritas. Really showed it, all right? And I was very proud of that fact because it was hardly shown anywhere in St. Louis or Springfield or the outer areas. They kept it quiet. Why? I don't know. I don't understand why that would happen. It's news, okay? You got a candidate who has, it's undercover, and she's telling the truth for a change about how dishonest she is. Why wouldn't you cover that? What are you in the news business for? I mean, why should I have to uncover that stuff via Project Veritas and, well, Laura Loomer, who does the same kind of work? And you're going to hear a huge announcement today about her. All right? Anyhow, we got an important caller coming up, I think. And this one is important, too. I know who it is, I think. Welcome. And by the way, this is the Dave Weinbaum Show.
It is.
I'm here with radio legend Stan Hines and my fiance, who's not wearing her ring today, which I don't know what's going on with that. No. Don't put up your middle finger to me.
I got bit.
Okay, and it wasn't me. So she's not wearing a ring. Another excuse not to wear a ring. What's going on?
There's swelling.
Trying to pick up young guys? Or?
There's swelling.
Yeah,
it worked with you.
Marriage? Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, JJ. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, this is JJ from Rolla.
How you doing, my man?
Got to tell you, Dave, we retired Comrade Claire, and I'm so pleased to see it.
Oh, isn't that great?
Most troubling, though, is that we may be stuck with Comrade Pelosi as the Speaker of the House. I sincerely hope the Dems get somebody other than her. She really does need to check herself into a mental institution and just stay there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, do you think there's any chance at all she's going to cooperate? I don't, but
No, not a chance. These are all the same sort of hollow words that you get after every election. Yeah, we're going to be unified. Yeah, let's salute the flag. But in the end, they do nothing.
Yeah, well, I suspect that's true.
With a Republican Senate and a Democrat House, we're going to get the same lack of action in our elected representatives that we have for years.
We're right now, we're in the 2020 election mode. I mean, there's hardly any, maybe a day's rest, and then we're right into 2020. And that's what this is about, 2020.
I don't think they even gave it one day.
No.
They switched into attack mode immediately.
Oh, the press did.
Let's politic, and the rest, elect me, I'll do everything you want.
Yeah, you got that.
Miss Cortez up in New York, I was just flabbergasted that they actually elected this woman. What? Has someone removed the intelligence from New York State?
Well, she represents her district very well, apparently.
Well, she must have a district full of morons because they elected one.
Or socialists.
I
mean, at least if you're a socialist like her, you ought to be able to make sense. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Simply put.
Did a quick little Google search on some of the gaffes that she has said, and they're too numerous to mention, but I suggest any of your listeners do a quick Google search on her. You'll find the most idiotic blather coming from her mouth. And how could you elect someone like that? It is just beyond me.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What else you got?
I think that's about it for today.
JJ, thank you for opening up my show. You're the greatest opening act I've ever had. All right, thank you so much.
I'll be listening.
All right, and then, by the way, you're eligible to win a desktop computer from A1 Tech, and you're going to have to call him after the show, which is I'm going to do just like I do when I give away a McDonald's gift card. I'm going to probably pull it if anyone here is going to be mixing it up, but I will be the one that pulls the winner because I don't trust these people in here.
All right.
Did he win last week? I don't know.
That's just sad.
I don't want him to win. No, it's not going to work that way.
God bless you, Dave.
All right, thank you, JJ. Appreciate it, and I think I'm expecting a call pretty soon. So, I don't know. Call the show, 573-364-4433, and we'll... I don't know. I'm kind of expecting a call. It's kind of an important call from what I gather. I wasn't sure about it, and I don't know what I'm going to say to this person. But here we go. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I would never say in your case that you're fired, so I'll just say you're hired.
What? Hello?
Oh, hello?
What? Hey, wait a minute.
Caller ID.
The president called. Do you have the... who is it?
It just blacked out the
Can't
whole
we get him
caller
back?
ID.
Get him back, Stan. Come on.
I don't know if I can. It's like the phone just shut down afterwards.
Oh, my goodness. He offered me a job, didn't he? Was I missing that?
You're hired.
He said I'm hired. Is this for the AG?
Maybe.
I'm there, Mr. President. Tell me where to go. No, maybe don't tell me where to go. But come on, man. That's what I've tried to get the Israeli ambassadorship. I tried the AG job before you put that moron in Sessions. And now you're offering me a job. I don't know what it is. Oh, man, this is not good.
You never can tell, can you?
Anyways, thank you for the birthday wishes. Now we go right into the Sicilian moment. Hear about the doc who operated on ancient fish? He was a sturgeon surgeon. Forget about it. There you go. Doctor in the Mediterranean, right off of the coast of Italy. I don't know. They have sturgeon there?
I don't know. I guess they do. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, just forget about it. What the hell? All right, so we had the president just call, and apparently he didn't. I thought he was going to do a little interview with me,
Yeah, he just hung up.
I mean, come on.
Just blacked out the caller ID.
I would have talked about that presser and the whole thing.
Man.
Well, you know what we got coming up? We got a great show, by the way. We got the rabbi coming up shortly, and we've got, we had President Trump. President Trump called this show. I've been trying for years and years and years. He knows I'm responsible for helping him win Missouri back in 2016.
Well, yeah.
He knows I did that for him.
And for the Senate.
And for the Senate race. Josh Hawley, I'm the one who pushed the Veritas report from James O'Keefe that got her out there as a liar, as a person that's lied to Missouri, and willing to tell them when she runs one way after she wins, she just tells them tough toenails, you know?
Right.
You know,
so
suck it up, Buttercup.
Are you going to be moving?
Huh?
Are you moving?
Yeah, maybe. Did you want to come with or what?
It depends on the job you're doing.
I wanted to be the ambassador to Israel, and
if you're cleaning toilets, I'll stay here.
That didn't pan out, so what are you going to do? All right, call the show. We're going to probably take a break right now. Call the show, 573-364-4433, and you'll be eligible for a free computer from A1 Tech, all right? Get it off your chest.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit our website at forumdental.com.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit a1techofrolla.com.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
These kamikaze journalists, obviously in a coordinated attack on this president, they're trying to cripple this presidency. They are trying to sabotage this presidency. It's not going to work, but that's what they're doing. They are furious that this blue wave was a blue tinkle last night, because that's all it was. And they've been talking about blue wave. They've been beating down this president, beating down the Republican Party, beating down these candidates. They pull out their racist tool to use, their white supremacy tool to use. They pull out their Nazi tool to use, their Hitler tool to use. They tried everything they could. You can't tell the difference between the Democrat talking points and the media in this country, because in many respects they're one and the same thing. Survey after survey over the decades have shown us that most in the media are liberal. Most live and operate on the eastern seaboard and the western seaboard. Well, look what's going to happen now in the House of Representatives. Look at the diversity of Marxists and Leninists.
That was Mark Levin.
The great one.
The great one. And we got him coming up with another one, too. Boy, he called that conference really good. Yeah. Tell you what. Hey, we got some callers here. We got two of them, I think.
Yes, we do.
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Lester Adams from Salem.
Yeah, you got to turn your radio down.
You got to turn your radio down,
Lester.
please. What's his name, Lester?
Lester, yeah. Turn your radio down.
Lester, what can I do for you?
Yes. I'd like to thank you for doing everything you can to keep Trump in office, and I think he's doing a wonderful job. I think the press should leave him alone, get off his back, leave him be. The only thing I think that Trump should take a stand on is him taking down all these Robert E. Lee statues throughout the country. I think he should take a stand on that because that's part of our national history. It's not got anything to do with racism, or none of that. But they need to leave those statues be.
I would agree. It does, I believe, has something to do with race, but you know what? It's our history.
Right.
Yeah.
Me, myself, I'm Native American.
Okay.
You know, and these people, when I pull this race card about these statues, leave these statues alone. It's part of our national history.
Exactly.
It's taking our history from the children.
We've had good, bad, and ugly, but it all deserves its place in history.
But
and let the future generations decide whether it's bad or not.
He's doing the best job he can do. He's doing a better job than any other president we've ever had.
I would agree.
In my opinion, there is only one comparison to him, and that would have to be George Washington.
Yeah, I would think Abraham Lincoln too. Because
I don't think Abraham Lincoln really is much of a comparison.
Okay.
I've read a lot of the history about Abraham Lincoln, and I just didn't really care for Abraham Lincoln.
Well, he was an excellent
he was a good
maneuverer of the Congress, and he did stick to his guns, literally.
Right.
So
I give him props for that. But my favorite president besides Trump was Ronald Reagan.
All right, well, great.
He's done a good job. The only thing that he did wrong was have them knock down that wall of China, Great Wall of China.
Right. Hey, Lester, thanks for the call, my good friend. And listen to me, you're going to be on the list to win a desk computer today. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and you got to call.
Thank you.
You got to call 573-458-9175 if you're picked. All right, so I have another caller. Hi there. Welcome to. Is it JP?
Yes.
Is it JP Maxwell?
No.
Oh, okay. Where are you from?
Salem.
All right. What can I do for you, sir?
I just wanted to know what your take is on the article that was in the St. Louis Messenger about Judge Brandy Baird and her partner.
Don't know about it. Don't know about it.
It was St. Louis Today, and it was written by a guy named Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an article about a judge over in Salem and a probation officer.
Is this the one that got voted out and let everybody go or something?
No, she just didn't send anybody to jail that day.
Oh, okay. All right.
They build up their board bill.
Okay. Well, like I said, I don't do a lot of local stuff, but thanks for letting me know about it. Okay, and you're going to be on the list to win a free computer today. All right.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hey, you want to be a star on the Dave Weinbaum Show? Call 573-364-4433 and get it off your chest. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Ron from Davisville.
Rod from Davisville?
Ron.
Oh, Ron.
Ron from Davisville.
Okay, yeah, I remember you. All right.
Yeah, that's right. Happy Friday.
Hey, thank you so much. Happy Friday. Did you hear that? Using a little phrase. Somebody else came up with that. I think it was Kathy Dillon that came up with
Yeah,
that.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I use it all the time. It's great. People come up with... Go ahead.
Let's think about the election for a minute and why the Dems took the House.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. In my opinion, it was because the Republicans had 2 years to take care of this health care thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was theirs to do. All they had to do is just straighten it up. And if they would have got voted back in.
Could be, but this is typically what happens in
yes, but this
in a midterm.
Is not, typical election or typical cabinet or anything. This is totally unusual.
Well, it would have been totally unusual if they had kept the House, but
if they would have done something,
you might be right. I don't know.
I'm convinced.
All right.
Yeah. Have a great day.
I thought they were going to take it anyways, quite frankly. And I was wrong.
I told you we was going to have a red tsunami, but I'm not much of a prophet, I don't guess.
Well, me neither. I missed that one, that's for sure. I picked Trump early on, but kind of missed that one. Oh, Rush also said that he thought we were going to win both. He was wrong, too. So what the hell? I'm in good company. All right, thanks, Ron. Yep. You know you're going to be on the list. I know you know all about contests. You win all the time anyway.
About them.
Thanks for calling. All right, who do we got next? You know what? We got the rabbi coming up shortly. Why don't we go ahead and play Dueling Rabbis, and then we'll have another minute or two to talk, and then we'll wait for the rabbi's call. All right, you ready?
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. We got a couple minutes till the rabbi. I think that crowd out there is getting ready to applaud him, so don't let him down, Stan.
I won't.
Make sure they can hear him.
Yeah.
All right. And I want to take care of this now because last week I was so tired. I forgot to give credit to people. I can't do all of them, but I can do some of them anyways, who helped this show. And by that I mean they retweet me, they share my stuff on Facebook, they call their neighbors, they wake up their grandparents and their children and whatever and have them, keep them away from school. No, they don't do that. I hope not. Anyways, I want to thank Pia the Alien from India, who I said I was going to give her a shout out last week. I failed to. I apologize for that. Adelson out of Brazil, a good friend. Kevin and Candace out of Michigan. Candace been a friend for about 7 years now. Wow. Mike and Kathy Dillon out of Rolla. Karen and Joan out of Salem. And Tex, who puts my show up every time we start, 9 o'clock sharp. He's got that Twitter up announcing this show. Thank you, Tex. And I got Norm and Stoney. Yeah. Norm, I don't know where he is. That's Norm Fireball, and then Stoney out of Rolla, I believe. All right. Yeah. So thank you so much. And by the way, Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Happy
Sunday.
Veterans Day. Lucas Liquors on Manchester and Ellisville is going to have Beer Saturday. this Saturday, 11:10. And by the way, Kevin, I know you're a liberal, so I'm going to give you a second chance here. Kevin, I picked you last week to win the 35 McDonald's gift card, $35. All right, and you never called, so I'm going to give you the liberal excusable one-time only chance to call me after the show at 578-2700. All right, but it's not going to last beyond this week. All right, that's the one-time exemption you're going to get. All right. So we're back on the show. We got the rabbi calling any minute, and we're going to talk to him about a lot of stuff, a lot of interesting stuff coming up. We've got out there in Georgia, they had the star power out. They had Oprah and Taylor Swift. Oprah was out there knocking on doors. Can you imagine that? You're living out there in the middle of nowhere, and Oprah knocks on your door. Can you?
No, I couldn't.
Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, or should I say shalom?
Shalom, Dave. How are you?
Oh, good. Oh, look at that. Even before I announce who this is, we have applause. I didn't even introduce you yet. All right, well, I'm going to introduce you right now. And again, this is world traveler, official rabbi to Missouri, the future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel, Casino, Spa, Golf Course, and rabbi to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. Look at that, one before and one after. How about that?
Well, you didn't do it last week, so you have to make up.
Well, I think we did it afterwards, didn't we?
Yeah, or we said we did.
We did it afterwards. You got to listen to the show. If you listened to the show, you would have. What do you mean we said we did?
No, we did.
I'm a good Jew. I can't help it, Dave.
You're a good. What was that guy? Oh, that's right. You were in services, right?
Right. It was Shabbat.
Yeah. Okay.
You had to
That's
report.
true. All right. Well, no. I apologize for that, but only for that. Anyways, Rabbi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good in sunny Florida, traveling.
Good. Can you find a few votes out there for the governor and for the senator?
Well, the Republican governor won. The senator, Bill Nelson's calling for a recount.
I know,
but he lost.
Yeah. Well, that's not what they think.
Has there ever been a vote overturned on a recount? I mean, I always hear these recounts. I've never heard an overturned.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, that's why I asked it.
So last week, there was the largest anti-Semitic attack in U.S. history in Pittsburgh, and at a Pittsburgh temple. You indicated that it could be the prelude to what has happened to Jews in other countries in the past,
right?
In a long past, thousands of years. This anti-Semitic attacks could possibly happen in this country more often and maybe be a big problem. Right. So you want to comment on that again?
Yeah. And it was this incident where 11 Jews were murdered and 6 other people wounded, including, I think, 3 law enforcement. The question was this incident a watershed moment with kind of reversal of the welcome the Jewish community has felt here in the United States, and this is kind of the beginning of a huge spike or rise in anti-Semitism, where Jews no longer feel welcome and are afraid of the local population. Which, by the way, historically, that's kind of how it's been for the last 2,000 years. We're kind of living in the exception of Jewish history, with the United States being so welcoming to Jews with freedom and so on and so forth. And the question is, this is the question the Jewish community is asking itself. Is this an aberration or is this the new norm? And there's been, since that attack on Saturday, a lot more incidents of anti-Semitism, not to that extent, but, things scribbled on the side of synagogues and an attempted arson against some synagogues. And, and the question is, so where is the United States heading? And that's what Jews are asking themselves.
Well, other than Jews going to Israel to live, what can they do to protect themselves in the synagogues?
Look, there's not really much unless you want to pray in a fortress like they have to do in Europe. In Europe, in all the synagogues, you have to show your passport before you go in, and there's metal detectors and all kinds of stuff. But the question is, do you want to live like that?
Yeah.
And so, as a Jew, my answer was no. I just don't want to. I don't want to live feeling that I'm just a target. At least in Israel, okay, we know who our enemies are. They're upfront about it. And when you have anti-Semitic attacks like that's seemingly so random, at least in Israel, we know exactly who our enemies are. We know who we're fighting.
Is that why you left? Is that why you left to live in Israel?
No, I didn't leave because I felt insecure. I left because as a Bible believer, as a religious Jew, I believe that God promised us the land, and I felt that we needed to take advantage of that promise that God made to us when it was available. So that's really why we left.
Okay.
I did not feel unsafe here at all.
And by the way, it's not just the United States. France, for example, amongst other European countries, they're up 69% anti-Semitic attacks just this year.
Yes, and the United States is up 57% in 2017. I mean, the numbers are staggering.
And the numbers were pretty staggering before that, too.
Right, but when you categorize incidents, it's not, not all incidents are created equal. 11 people murdered is not the same as someone, drawing a swastika at a university, So you have to sort of take those numbers with a grain of salt. Like, what does that mean, 57%? That, it's not necessarily that high, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it was challenged by the Israeli government because if you remember last year, there were all these bomb threats against Jewish community centers, etc. Right. And it turned out that it was a crazy guy from Israel.
A crazy Israeli, yeah.
So, but they categorize that as anti-Semitic incidents in the United States.
Well, it still is. I mean, whether it's done by a Jew or somebody else or a crazy person, it's a hit on Jews.
True, but it wouldn't contribute to a Jew really feeling unsafe in this country. I mean,
I think it would. I think it would because somebody could say, well, if a Jew can do it, I'm going to do it too.
I guess so. It can open that door. So,
hey, as U.S. sanctions have hit Iran hard again, Iranian students. They had this narrow opening, and there was a flag of the United States and the Star of David, the Israeli flag.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a video. I think I sent it to you. I've got a video of these Iranian students who refuse to trample or step on the U.S. and Israeli flags. They actually jump over it because that's the only way to get through the gate. Isn't that look, what does that tell you?
We have known for years that Iran has the potential to be a moderate country. I mean, do you remember under Obama when the Iranians tried to throw out the regime and Obama did not help them? He had an opportunity to help them stand up to the regime, which would have been an amazing thing for the United States.
Obama got a lot of Iranians killed when that happened.
That's right. And we know pre-1979 when the Shah was in power, Iran was a country that was progressive. They were not a backwards jihadi controlled country. So we'd love to get back to that. Do you know that Israel installed in Iran the first desalinization plant before 1979? They had good relations with Iran.
Sure.
And the people there are not the same as the leadership. And
interesting.
So we'd like to see it to go back to that. And I think there is that potential.
Meanwhile, Louis Farrakhan, is in Iran, or was in Iran, speaking in Farsi against the U.S. and Israel, and warning Trump about a Middle East war because of the sanctions. And
he should be arrested.
Well, he should. His passport ought to be revoked. He's warning the U.S. about a war, basically threatening war in alignment with an enemy. Anyways, about 2 weeks ago, another Jewish star on this show, Laura Loomer, Loomered Elisa Milano, the star, and also the founder of the Me Too movement. And now, just today or yesterday, late yesterday, Milano now will refuse to talk at women marches unless the leaders condemn Louis Farrakhan, Linda Saucier, and Tamika Mallory for anti-Semitism. How's that?
Well, Linda Sarsour is a board member, and Tanika Mallory also is. Tanika Mallory was at a Farrakhan event. Linda Sarsour is, has been openly anti-Semitic, openly anti-Israel, and so we applaud her. I mean, it's wonderful to hear that people, that she understands guilt by association.
Well, how about Laura Loomer? How about giving her some creds?
Yeah, Laura Loomer, she's been a pioneer in uncovering and exposing these anti-Semites. And as we say in Hebrew, kol hakavod, we give her all the honor for that. And this election, wasn't one of the people elected and Laura Loomer confront her a few months ago?
That was Keith Ellison got elected. And Gillum, who was another one, that in fact she was sitting in a temple in Plantation, Florida, where you're at right now. And Gillum was about to speak, and he had two cops come over and remove her. She hadn't done a damn thing. She was just sitting there. A Jewish woman in a synagogue, removed from the synagogue for no reason. And he lost. And maybe that's part of it, too. I mean, she did some stuff on him.
Didn't she confront these Muslim women who ran in Minnesota?
Yes,
for Congress.
And Keith Ellison, she outed him as a woman beater. She outed him that he didn't have a law license, and she's very disappointed in it. And he got a lot of Jewish support up there in Minnesota. Okay,
right, and he won.
Incredible.
And you Muslim women who are openly again anti-Israel, tweeting anti-Israel tweets, winning with 145,000 votes.
Well, okay. I mean, that's we just you got to take your wins and you got to live through your losses, Rabbi. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of a loss, Rabbi, I got to tell you this. Once I auditioned to be a drummer in high school. Yeah, but they
told you to beat it.
No, they found out I was a deadbeat. Don't ever try to replace my punchlines. Am I going to do that? Am I going to do that during one of your shows? Hey, I got the answer, Rabbi.
I'm not going to ask Stan who he thought was funnier, my line or yours.
All right, Stan, who was funnier? Because he laughed at mine. He didn't laugh at yours.
Oh man, what happened to my voice?
Stan knows where his bread is buttered. No, I don't butter his bread. But
you guys,
he's got to work with me.
You guys are both funny. I love you both.
I don't want to go too far here. Anyway, Rabbi, thank you so much. Shabbat shalom.
All right.
Welcome. Are you going to be in? Are you going to be back in the States on November 20th?
November 20th.
Yeah.
I will be arriving.
Oh, you're in The Hague, right?
I will be in The Hague from the 18th. Is that a Sunday? The 18th. I will be speaking in Europe in The Hague and in Holland for the week of Thanksgiving. That whole week I'll be.
And how do people get a hold of you? How do they follow you at The Hague? Huh?
Well, I don't. They can send me an email, Rabbi Rabbi Moshe Moshe at IsraelAlliance.org, or of course they can send an email to the show and you can forward on to me.
Or to me at DW quote QUOTE at Prodigy PRODIGY.net. All right. And you guys ought to take a tour with this guy. He's the best in Israel. Trust me. As Christians and Jews. All right. Thank you, Rabbi.
Or is she
Lisa's here. Yeah, she's sitting here without her engagement ring.
I don't
know what the hell's going on.
I have a swollen finger.
But
she says she has a swollen finger, and she's holding it up to me right now. It happens to be her middle finger.
I hope it's not the middle one.
It is the middle finger.
It is the middle finger, yeah.
It's kind of rude, Anyways, thank you so much, Rabbi. I don't know why the owner just walked by and is holding his nose. Does the show stink so far?
See you,
What's
Rabbi.
going on?
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Her ring is in your nose. Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you so much. The ring is in my nose. See, that's where that is. That's an invisible ring, but don't worry. she's having me plugged in there. All right, thank you, and goodbye, Rabbi. You want to call the show, 573-364-4433. That's 573-364-4433. Remember, we're giving away a great desk computer from A1 Tech. All right, so get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community-serving.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
With over 30 years in St. James, Leo Cardetti's Flag and Flagpole Company is the area's original flag store. From the U.S.-made original American flag, every state flag in the country, to military, school, and custom business flags, Leo Cardetti's Flag Store is a place to go. With a full line of commercial and residential flagpoles and accessories, along with seasonal flags, patriotic decorations, shirts and hats, and much more than just flags. Easy to find, 210 North Jefferson Street in St. James, or call 800-532-FLAGS. 800-532-FLAGS.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Ram Power Days are here at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Rolla. Hi, I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager, and once you feel the power of a new Ram, you won't want anything else. Stop in now and you can get in a 19 Bighorn Edition and you can save up to $10,000 in cash rewards. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. So before you pick out your next truck, stop in at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on South Bishop or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
If it's dependability for the road ahead, it's time to go to Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla for a new 2018 Chevy Silverado. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Right now, receive $10,000 in total savings on a new 2018 Silverado LT 4-wheel drive All-Star. When you need to get things done, you need a Silverado. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza, 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Now, as for Sessions, it's a constitutional crisis, don't you know? What's a constitutional crisis? The president got rid of a cabinet secretary, the attorney general. He's only been telling us this for 10 months, what he plans to do. It's like the Saturday Night Massacre. They drag out John Dean, the guy that doesn't even have law license anymore. The guy who served time, as I seem to recall, through Watergate. Now, he's a contributor to one of, CNN or MSNBC? There's an authority. And what does he say? It's like the president's plotting to kill somebody, a murder. Well, so he gets rid of Sessions. What? So what happens? He has an acting attorney general. Then I hear these so-called experts say, he can't do that. There's a rule of succession. Of course he can do that. Moreover, they say, it's like the Saturday Night Massacre. How? Did he fire Mueller? Did he order the attorney general to fire Mueller? Did he order the deputy attorney general to fire Mueller? He hasn't ordered anyone to do anything to Mueller.
Yeah, that's, once again, Mark Levin, the voice of reason. And, you know, everybody's up in arms about, oh, my God, he's got to recuse himself, that Whitaker guy. Anyways, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but we have somebody on the phone. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. And thanks for waiting. Is this the old man in the woods?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. What can I do for you today?
Well, it's not anything you all been discussing. But
All right, you got to turn down your radio, sir. Turn down your radio, please.
Oh, okay. Hang on just a sec. I called you a couple of weeks ago about the Vietnam veterans being turned down for the cancer of the Agent Orange.
Oh, yeah.
Have you found out anything about that?
I haven't found out anything about it. By the way, you do know it's Veterans Day here on Monday, right?
Sunday, yeah.
Yes, sir, I do.
Sunday or
Yes,
Monday?
sir. Sunday.
I know
Monday.
I know it's closed. Everything's closed on Monday. So,
Right.
yeah. Well, I hope you have a happy Veterans Day. No, I don't know anything about it. Stan, you know anything about this?
I did not find out anything about it neither. Sorry about that, old man.
Well, that's okay, but I'd appreciate it if you could. I know you guys are busy,
Yeah.
but
I'm going to turn that. I'm going to turn that over to Stan. He's a veteran. He knows where to look, and
Right.
Stan's a smart guy, or so he's told me. So
Well, that's what I heard too. But all I hear him is him applauding a lot.
yeah, I know. Well, that's part of his job. I mean, that's part of his job. I could not do his job. All right, let's put it that way. He does a lot of stuff that
I also want to
Yes.
wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Did you hear who else?
And
Yeah,
the
thanks.
reason your wife's not wearing that ring, maybe she thought you're too old for her now.
Oh, that could be. You know, there's a guy, old man in the woods, and you advertise yourself as the old man in the woods. You know, there's a guy in Denmark he's 69 years old. And like these people who want to do a sex change, he wants us to do an age change. He says, I declare myself 49. How's that?
Damn right.
Damn right. So
hang on to it as long as you can.
I'm only 50 now. I was 70 a couple minutes ago. I'm declaring myself 50.
Oh, you're a younger
I
man now.
guarantee you, I got a lot of buddies of mine, and one of them's my uncle. And all he does is sit around. I wish I was dead.
No.
I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm his friend, but I don't want to tell him, well, go ahead and shoot yourself. Man, I'm tired of hearing this shit.
Yeah, well, all right.
I got it set up. As long as I'm not in a wheelchair, I'm going to celebrate my 100th birthday.
Really?
No doubt. Yes, sir. Why
And
not?
hopefully you've got about 30 years to go, right?
A little less, but
All right. Well, I think you ought to.
if it goes as fast as the first 30, hell, it'll be here before you know it.
Well, that's true. I mean, I'm enjoying myself. I'm 70. I created a bid or two yesterday just to see if I could do it, basically.
Yeah,
and I thought I did it good, and still doing this radio show. I love this. This is like therapy for me. You know?
Yeah.
That's what you need, old
One
man in the
thing
woods.
is,
You need a
I
radio
found
show.
out-
All right, listen, my friend, I got to go. Thank you so much for calling the show, and you will be eligible for a free computer today. All right?
Boy, that'd be great. Then I could get on your Facebook page and all that shit.
No, all right.
I
We
mean,
got to
all that
stop
stuff.
saying the S word, okay? Come on.
Sorry about that.
All right, thank you, old man in the woods. I appreciate the call. Have a great weekend. All right, we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. You guys can't swear on the air. Gosh darn it. All right, so you call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest, and we're going to be... I want to talk a little bit about Sessions. Sessions resigned. And everybody's shocked. Trump has only been threatening to fire him or ask him to resign for, about 3 days after he recused himself from the Russian deal. And so finally Sessions turned in his resignation. All right? And so here he is, gone, and now they got this Matthew Whitaker guy. This guy's a bald ex-football player from Iowa. He's a Hawkeye. And Schumer is insisting, and a bunch of other people he has to recuse himself. They're so scared that they're ace in the hole. Mueller. I can't hear you, Stan. Is your mic on?
Yeah. Oh, it's not on. No.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I had to cough.
Wait a minute. You got to remember to turn it back on after you cough.
I know.
So, anyways, I'm going to get to the caller shortly here, but they're out there talking about this. It reminds me of the Inglourious Bastards movie. Remember that movie? Does anyone remember that? With what's that famous actor's name?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt playing the part of something the Apache. But he was in World War II, and he had a unit that killed Nazis. Mm-hmm. And finally, he makes a deal with the head Jew hunter, Aldo the Apache. That was his name. And he spoke with a southern accent. And he made a deal with the main German Jew hunter in France. And that deal was that they would be his prisoner after they went right to the end of the line of turning him over to the United States. And he would be treated as this hero when he was nothing of the sort. He was a cowardly Jew killer, killed little Jewish children, and any other Jew he could find in France in World War II. So as they're transferring, because what would happen is then Aldo would take over as the person that was arresting, and the German guy would be the criminal. So they transferred, and he got back his knife, and this and the other. He got back his gun, and there was another Nazi with him, and Aldo turns around, shoots the other Nazi, and now the Jew hunter is, well, he's just, what are you doing? How can you do that? He said, well, I didn't make a deal for him, and even if they're mad at me, well, I've been yelled at before. It sounds a little bit like Trump. All right, says, like he's doing something. What did they expect Trump to do? Lay back? And then Aldo looks at this German. He says, you made this great deal to have this Medal of Honor, and you're going to get this place out in the coast. You're going to get a new place. You're going to have your pensions and all that stuff. You're going to be considered a hero. He says, the one thing that bothers me is, I want to know this. Are you going to be still wearing that Nazi uniform? And he doesn't say anything. He says, I didn't think so. He said, well, I gotta make sure that everybody knows who you are. And he cuts a big swastika into his forehead. That's what this is reminding me of.
Man.
The Trump deal. What do they expect him to do? Nothing? Of course he fired Jeff Sessions. Okay, but that's legal. He can do it. He's got the powers to do it. This constitutional crap. He's got the right to do it. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Very sorry about the wait. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Thank you for the Siskel and Ebert session of the show.
Hey, Randy.
I know Siskel and Ebert. I knew him. I swear to God, I met him. Yeah, I met him. They were doing a McDonald's convention way back about the late 90s, and they were both alive at the time. Siskel has since passed away. I think Ebert's still around, but he's sick. But I went over there, said hello. I was in some Chicago restaurant there, and Siskel says to me, he says, you're with that McDonald's group, right? I said, yeah. He says, do you think you can get us another gig? I swear to God. Like I had some power to do that. Anyways, go ahead. Is this Randy?
Yeah. Hey, a couple of things I want to say. Locally, I'm pretty happy with the outcome, except for the minimum wage and the redistricting. I thought that was bad move.
Yeah.
And Amendment 2, of course. And
you're happy about Amendment 2, right?
I am very happy about it. I believe we're going to bring a lot of relief to people in Missouri. And it's another step to get it done nationally as well, which I will talk about. Also, this Sessions thing.
Yeah.
I was told by a reliable source who spoke to President Trump, and he was told by Mr. Trump, our president, that after the midterms, Sessions would be gone. They would also go to reschedule marijuana so they can do medical research,
right,
and leave the rest up to the states. That was part of one of his campaign promises, that he would really look at it.
Okay.
And like I said, a very reliable source. And then I was pleasantly surprised yesterday when Sessions resigned. I'm like, I'll be darned. Maybe it is coming to fruition.
Sessions was big on enforcing marijuana laws, the federal laws.
Oh, yeah, didn't you hear about him today? He tried to commit suicide by smoking a joint.
That was a joke. It was on Randy's Facebook. Yeah, we cracked up about that.
I took you serious for about a nanosecond there.
Yeah.
And by the way, don't reveal me as the source from Trump to you, okay? You can't do that.
Okay.
All right, I'll be in trouble.
I didn't mention names, Dave.
I'll be in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble. I'm in enough trouble with being engaged, man. Incredible.
But I thought that was very awesome. But otherwise, nationally, I can't believe Nancy Plastic Face Pelosi is going to be back as the head. And boy, there goes all the investigations.
Well, we'll see.
Really
we'll see, because I think they're going to have investigations in the Senate. That's the whole idea. You got to split government. If they had both the House and the Senate, that's all you would see is both the House and the Senate. But now you got the Senate that's going to be investigating the Democrats as well. That's what Trump said.
Well, good point. Good point. We still have from Iowa. What's his name in the Senate?
Oh, Grassley? Grassley?
Judiciary.
Yeah, Grassley.
Grassley. Yeah, Grassley.
Yeah, no, he's not. And he's still going to be the chairman of that group.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Okay.
It's not just that. So you're going to have all these ranking Republicans on the Senate side, and you're going to have ranking Democrats on the other side. So it's kind of a counterbalance, and that's the way the country was intentionally set up. And generally, it's gridlock, but it's not always bad to have gridlock. All right? It's not always bad.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't want something very bad, negotiated through whatever, like healthcare was. You take a guy in the back room, say, hey, I'll give you this, this, and this.
Right.
Over anybody else, and what they did with the unions, hey, we're going to let you slide for a while. That was bogus. I mean, that kind of horse trading shouldn't be allowed, not to that extent.
I would agree. All right, my friend. Thank you so much. Where the hell are you? Are you in Rolla?
St. James.
St. James.
Yeah, I live in St. James.
All right. Well, you'll be eligible for this computer, this desktop computer.
My wife is having a grand opening in her new office in Fulton today, so we're at ribbon cutting. Aging Made Easy. Well,
good for you. What kind of an office?
Yeah.
Aging Made Easy.
She does in-home services for elderly and disabled.
Okay. Well, there's your free plug,
home.
buddy. All right, thanks, Randy. Appreciate it.
I didn't realize I was doing that. I'm sorry.
No. Of course not. Of course you didn't. Of course you never understood that. Thank you. All right, thank you. Get off my phone. Stan's got to say something here. I know he does.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you do. You have to say something.
KKID Salem Rolla.
Aha! Aha! Who's the director now? Who's the director now? Hi there. I'm facing the clock. I know when this happens now. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Brian from Salem.
Well, hello, Brian.
The thing is am I eligible for that computer?
Yes.
Okay, I do not want it unless it has Linux on it. I absolutely hate Windows with a passion. Anyway,
I don't know
so
what it is
if you draw my name, just put it back in the hat.
Let's see.
All right.
What did you tell me?
It's got Windows 10 on it.
No, forget it.
See, Brian, now you could have won the
Okay,
thing
well, what are you
and
mad
changed
about?
it to Linux yourself.
It's not my fault. You're mad at me now. Why are you mad at me?
Oh, I'm not mad at you.
Well,
I'm disgusted at Windows because they're such control freaks. That's why I was saying I don't want it. Nothing against you.
Anything else?
Oh, yes, I do have something else. Okay, now, with this Republicans winning a lot, I see a trend here I don't like. I guess I like it that they won, and that people are tired of the Democrats, but some of the people that have been running against these Democrats are not very good people, and they are not going to do a good job. They're not as conservative as they should be. They're simply calling themselves Republicans so that they can run against a Democrat, and people's anger at the Democrats will get them elected. This is a bad thing.
Welcome to America.
Pardon me?
Welcome to America.
Well, I know, but Americans need to be more careful about who they vote for. Just because they're mad at the Democrats, they don't need to be voting a Republican sleazebag in there either.
Yes, they do. And I'll tell you why. Brian, because they're going to be voting with the president. Even Flake did that most of the time in Corker.
No, I'm not talking about national elections. I'm referring to the stuff that happens in local elections.
Oh, well, I'm
For
not.
instance, we had a prosecuting attorney here in my area that, well, he's not very good at what he does. He lets a lot of people off that he shouldn't. And the only reason he was reelected is because he was a Republican and the other guy was a Democrat. I'd have much rather have the other guy, and I voted for the Democrat.
All right, well, that's
because
understandable.
He was a better guy.
That's a different situation. I thought you were talking about legislative when they're voting on stuff. All right,
No, not at all. No,
all right, listen, I'm getting behind. I got to go. All right, listen. Thank you so much for being on the Dave Weinbaum Show, and you are not eligible to win that computer. You are not. Do you hear me? You're not eligible.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you, Brian. It's
Right.
always a pleasure to talk to you. All right, we have another caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Robert from Rolla.
Hi, Robert. What's up?
All right, here's the deal. I've been arguing on social media as far as, and I'm going to change the subject on here on the minimum wage increase that was just passed.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to explain to people that increasing the minimum wage is not a good thing at this point with our economy. Do you agree with that?
Well, I'm intricately involved in my businesses with this. All right. So, I sort of have learned to live with increasing minimum wages throughout my career. What I think now is the market itself is determining that our minimum wage is above what the recommendations are because it's a market thing. If I want to hire somebody, I got to go above minimum wage, and I think I average well above $8 an hour right now. So I'm
not arguing that.
Yeah, I know, but to me, it's a phony way of doing stuff, and it's going to cost jobs eventually because we're going to be, I know these kiosks. Everybody thinks, we're going to be replacing people. Well, those things ain't going to replace anybody. Quite frankly, it's going to add. But in the future, you're going to see stuff that's going to replace help. You're going to see automatic French fryers that's going to make French fries based on that. You're going to see automatic hamburger turners and things like that. So it's not good for the job market because they'll be competing soon with machines.
Well, it's gonna increase your staff wages, right? As you as a business owner,
increase my what?
Does that mean your product is going to go up?
Oh, of course. There's no doubt about it. Yeah,
Well,
I can't afford to have substantial increases in wages and or prices for food and things like that, and not have to raise my prices. Sure. I mean, we started off with a 15-cent hamburger. Well, those days are over, obviously. And because
my argument on social media with these people is as the minimum wage increases, you're going to see product increase. and you're going to become less eligible for certain benefits as well. Is that true?
I don't know. They might adjust the benefits for all I know.
Well,
I don't know.
I just wanted to get your take on that.
I don't know. It's going to cost more money, and we got to find a way not to go out of business. That's all I'm looking for, ways not to go out of business. I'm pretty safe right now, but I've been close a couple of times. That's all I can tell you. All right? But you got to watch it. And if you're in business, that's what you got to do. You got to watch your lines. You got to watch your line expenses, and labor's one of the biggest. Food and paper are the biggest. All right, thank you so much for the call. This is the Dave Weinbaum Business Network at work here.
Thank you.
Fox has a business network. Maybe
You are
I should
a
have one.
business owner, and you understand the rising increase in wages and how that affects your product, too.
Absolutely, I do. You know, and I always want to
appreciate it.
All right, thank you for the call. Good call. I appreciate it. And we better take a break. What do you think, Stan? We got to come back with. Well, let's see who we're going to come back with. I think we come back with Dr. Amy. No, I say we come back with Laura Loomer because there's news about her. All right, Laura Loomer, who got blackballed again from Twitter, but got back like the day of the election.
Right.
Go figure. No reason given. All right. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We got a huge show in front of you, and we got callers coming out of our ears. And I want you to call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their R1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and non-natural rock band.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas, too, at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Running a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel and Henry Company. Daniel and Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel and Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Sign me up in the category of the people who think he's racist. He has said so many racist things.
When you don't want to talk
so
policy, you call him a racist. It's the scarlet R.
The Central Park Five.
We gotta go. We'll take it up again after the election.
The Central Park Five. Mexicans are racist, are criminals and rapists. El Salvador and Haiti are holes. He is a racist pig.
Yes, he's a racist. He's the worst one ever because minorities are thriving under his leadership.
I don't have enough time for you to list all the things that bother people about what he said about minorities, so we'll take it up another time.
Neither do I. We've got to sleep.
You know, that's Ana Navarro, who supposedly is a Republican.
Really?
And she's going to be a new host on The View.
Oh, boy.
I think she fits right in, don't you? You know, how do you and you're gonna hear some of this news conference coming up in our next breaks, and it's interesting to hear the slant on these questions. I'm willing to bet that some of these reporters had these questions fed to them, especially one of the black gals who talks up this national, what do they call it? The nationalist, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And claimed that Trump meant this was a white nationalist thing. Yeah. And Trump says, what are you talking about? He says, I meant nationalist in that I love America.
Right.
And that I love other countries too, but we're going to come first. What does that have to do with white nationalism? You know, he says, what you're saying is a racist comment, and you're wrong. He says, how do you think I'm getting 41% of the black vote all of a sudden?
Right.
How does that happen? I mean, it was single digits before. Okay, think about it. Now you've got this new group of young black Americans, and all of a sudden they're backing Trump. They're wearing MAGA hats, and they're very proud to be that they've left the Democratic Party. They call themselves Blexit. Blacks exiting the Democratic Party.
Right.
Anyways, I want to thank Pastor Pat, who hosted me at my another birthday party, I guess you could say. I spoke at her church on Sunday, and they kind of gave me, a lot of nice things, and I feel kind of bad because I think it was her sister, and she gave me a cross, okay, and
yeah.
I mean, it was an honor, okay, to get it, but I'm obviously not going to wear it, okay?
Well,
I mean,
you're Jewish.
I'm Jewish, yeah. So I gave it to Lisa to wear.
There you go.
But Pastor Pat apparently found out about it, and I guess she read the riot act to her sister. Her sister was crying, and oh my God! I says, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I mean, she meant to honor me.
Right.
I know what the meaning was. Okay. Yeah. And besides which, I re-gifted it.
There you go.
Lisa. Okay. So I think she's good. They're great people. I love them. They had a nice festival, nice feast. They gave me a nice trophy.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And it really stunned me.
For what?
For being the best radio talk show host. I don't know where ever.
World's greatest.
World's greatest
talk show host. Wow. I thought that was Stan. That's come on.
It ain't me.
No. So that was very kind to them, and I thank them. They're very good people. And
I've already admitted I couldn't do what you do.
Well, I don't know. I mean, You probably could, but I don't think you'd want to. Okay, I tell you what,
I wouldn't be as good at it. I know that
it would. There's a lot of stuff I do that people don't understand. And it's sort of like Lisa doesn't understand it. I kind of understand. I've just been this news nut all my life. I've never, I wasn't a good student in high school. I managed to do better in college, but I was just always this guy was listening to the news. I sold insurance, and whenever I was traveling back and forth to my appointments in the 70s, I would be listening to news stations all the time.
Right. Well, back then they used to actually tell the news and not just their opinions.
Well, they would do both, but it's a lot worse now. A lot worse. All right, you want to call the show, 573-364-4433. Right now, let's hit it for that great American woman, that great one, the Illuminator, Laura. Ladies and gentlemen, conservative investigative reporter. Libs run scared from her. The Lois Lane to the Dave Weinbaum Show, the Illuminator. Laura Loomer. Hi, Laura. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Hey, I know you were hurt when Twitter banned you for no reason at all, but I believe you did influence some races, especially in Florida. Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so of course, now that the results are in, it seems as though some of my video investigations and Loomer videos are paying off. Several of the candidates who I made videos about lost their elections, including Andrew Gillum and Stacey Abrams, both of whom are communists who ran for governors of their states, Florida and Georgia. So, as you know, I showed up to one of Andrew Gillum's events at a synagogue, and he had me thrown out of the event because I was a Jewish journalist, and I'm a conservative, and I'm sure he recognized me or his staff knew who I was, and they decided they didn't want me there without reason. I mean, I wasn't doing anything. I was sitting there quietly hoping to report on the event, and they had me removed. So
now you had a couple of disappointments. In fact, it was alluded to in my last interview with Deanna Lorraine, who you know. That Keith Ellison made it through, despite the fact that you pretty well exposed him as a woman beater and friends with Louis Farrakhan, and a man without a law license. So, what are your thoughts? Are you taking that with a grain of salt, or are you really just pissed off about it?
Well, it's very concerning. It's very concerning, of course, because yes, I have been doing a lot of reporting on the fact that Keith Ellison, at first, he didn't even have a valid attorney's license, and he was running for attorney general. Secondly, there's all these allegations from numerous women who have accused him of domestic violence, and then on top of all that, he's endorsed Antifa, defended cop killers from time and time again, and is associated with Louis Farrakhan, who is a very well-known anti-Semite who has called Jewish people termites and Satanists. So he was still able to become attorney general despite all these scandals, and it just goes to show how morally bankrupt many in our country have become, because they are so adamant on protesting President Donald Trump and Republicans that they are willing to vote for these toxic candidates. You know,
is Minnesota just a especially crazy place or something?
I don't know what it is, but not only did they elect Keith Ellison, but they elected Ilhan Omar, who's a Muslim immigrant from Somalia who supports female genital mutilation. She married her own brother, and now she's their new congresswoman.
Yeah. Incredible. Hey, why do you think liberal Jews support Israel as a Jewish state less than Christians do?
I don't know. It's interesting, right? It's interesting how liberal Jews, they can't seem to rationalize and see for themselves how beneficial the Republican Party and people like President Donald Trump have been. I mean, you have Donald Trump. He's probably the most pro-Israel, pro-Jewish president we've ever had. Yet a lot of these liberals have decided to align themselves with Islamic organizations and have fallen for the trap of calling Donald Trump a Nazi.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that he has a Jewish daughter and Jewish grandchildren. So I think that it's a lot of ignorance. It's people who are uneducated and probably a lot of people misinformed by fake news.
The Trump approval rating, according to the rabbi from Israel, Rabbi Rothschild, in Israel, amongst the Jews, is over 80%. If he ran against Bibi Netanyahu, I think he'd have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's most of the Jews in Israel, from my understanding and from my own personal experience, they seem to be conservative and have a favorable opinion of Donald Trump. And so I don't know why there's such a discrepancy between Jews in America and Jews in Israel, because when I was in Israel reporting on the embassy move, there was a lot of support for President Trump and the Republicans for recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and moving the embassy, of course.
What will you be focusing on in the future, Laura? Weekly TV show, maybe featuring 3 of your top loomers of the week? Something like that?
Yeah, I'm going to be focusing on 2020 campaign initiatives and exposing a lot of candidates who, especially Democrats and anybody who tries to oppose Donald Trump or go against the Republicans. And we shall see. I'll be exposing a lot of the Sharia candidates, and we will we'll have to see.
Where can people find you? And maybe even donate.
Find me.
And maybe even donate to you.
Yeah, my website is lauraloomer.us, and you can find me on Twitter as well. And on my website, there's a donation link too, and you can do so at paypal.me/Laura Loomer.
Laura, one more thing. How do you make a meatloaf?
I don't know.
Perpetual cattle subsidies. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Loomer, thank you so much for what you do. And thank you for being a star on the Dave Weinbaum Show. You're always welcome here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You have a great weekend.
Thanks. You too.
Bye-bye.
And like I said, this thing was outed this morning on Fox News. Now, they won't mention her name, but Laura Loomer loomered Alyssa Milano because of her undying faith in Louis Farrakhan and Linda Sorcerer and another person who has jihadi ties, and said that she ought to, disclaim these people. And Milano did it. She told these people at these marches, I'm not going to speak in your marches anymore because you have to disclaim these anti-Semitic people. And wow, that's a huge victory for her. I sent her the email to that this morning, so she's got a hold of it. And, she was really bummed out that Keith Ellison, this known, she revealed what he did to these women.
Right.
The fact that he didn't have a law license, the fact that he was close to Louis Farrakhan. And the people of Minnesota, what do? They still elected him. And plenty of Jews probably did it too. What is wrong with these people? Why do they keep voting people that hate them?
How can you be an attorney general when you're not even an attorney?
Well, I don't know. It's a good question. Well, at least he resigned from his spot in the DNC. Who knows? We need another break or what?
I don't know. Well, we got a call, so let's...
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I would never say in your case that you're fired, so I'll just say you're hired.
Wait a minute. No, he did it again.
Oh, man.
He did it again. And
he must be having some memory problems.
I don't know what's going on. Is there something wrong with the phones at the White House? Why don't you just talk to me for a while, Mr. President? I'll be nice. I can be nice sometimes, right, Lisa?
Occasionally.
Okay, see? I'm not going to ask you to marry me or anything.
Oh, great.
But I can be nice, and oh my God.
Oh, man. Well.
I can't believe he can't just talk for a while. He's got to tell me what job. He said I was hired, didn't he? I heard him that time.
Maybe he's going to make you the dog or a Trump dog or something.
We will do what has never been done: scan the household pet's mind to translate
his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow is up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. I can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
So, you know, even I even consider that I got Trump the SNL dog vote. Right there, come on.
Yeah.
You can't be cutting off these poor creatures' balls, you know, come on.
Poor thing.
Yeah, I think it's against Jewish law to cut off the testicles of the dog.
Is
that right?
I think you should ask the rabbi about that, maybe.
Oh, I think I did. And he told. Oh, I think that's where I got the information from. The rabbi.
Well, I guess we'll have to Google it to
all
really
right.
know.
All right, Google it when it. You can do that. I can't. I'm busy. I'm running a show here. What do you think I'm doing here? What is this, chopped liver? Hey, you want to call the show? 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Come over here. You just scored the game-winning touchdown. Tell us, how does it feel?
Amazing. Incredible.
And I am just now getting word that your $6 classic meal deal's ready. Sir?
Yes.
Your order?
Of course. Woo!
It feels like a big win when you get a deal like this. Introducing McDonald's new $6 classic meal deal. Choose one of 4 favorites like the Quarter Pounder with cheese, plus any size soft drink, small fries, and a pie. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offers.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919. Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
If it's dependability for the road ahead, it's time to go to Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla for a new 2018 Chevy Silverado. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Right now, receive $10,000 in total savings on a new 2018 Silverado LT 4-wheel drive All-Star. When you need to get things done, you need a Silverado. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza, 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads. When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Follow me at daveweinbaum.net at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Here we go.
If you don't mind, Mr. President, that this caravan was an invasion. As you know, Mr. President,
I consider it to be an invasion.
As you know, Mr. President, the caravan was not an invasion. It's a group of migrants moving up from Central America towards the border with the U.S.
Thank you for telling me that. I appreciate it.
Why did you characterize it as such?
Because I consider it an invasion. You and I have a difference of opinion.
But do you think that you demonized immigrants in
not
this election
to
try to keep them?
I want them to come into the country, but they have to come in legally. You know, they have to come in, Jim, through a process. I want it to be a process.
They're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not an invasion.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask one other question.
The president, you run CNN. I love it. Okay, ask the question, fine. But don't sit there and debate the guy. That's not your job. And then he's got why does the president call on him? I think he's baiting him myself.
I do
He
too.
knows what he's going to get. And now Jim Acosta, CNN, has been temporarily, I think, banned from being at the press conferences.
Yes,
what Obama used to do is not call on these guys. He hardly ever called on anybody from Fox, but I think it's useful to show the ridiculousness of the press, because the press has decided that, well, they're going to be a wing of the Democratic Party and they're going to carry their water for them. That's all that is.
Right.
And I think the president comes off pretty good at that. Some people might disagree, but I think this helps him.
Yeah.
I think even the people that are on the margins see what's going on and compare. Well, how did that go? What kind of pressure did the Obama administration have? What kind of pressure did he get from them? They got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay.
That what the compliant press is what they had.
Anyways, I get into one of my rants and then I lose myself. I'm back on the show. Call the show. We're giving away this. We're celebrating today. We're celebrating. It's a very sad day, actually, because, Claire McCaskill has been retired. And that's sad, and for her maybe, but not for the rest of us, because we got new blood up there. This Hawley guy. Hopefully he'll do well. He seems like he's going to be doing pretty good, and because of that, one of the sponsors here has contributed a desk computer. That's Connor from A1 Tech, who you will be calling at 573-458-9175. When and if your name is picked today, probably between 10 till 12 and 12 noon. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chester from north of Doolittle.
Hello there, Chester. How are you?
I am very well. Wanted to mention two things that are kind of related. Nothing close to home, fortunately. Do you know that this Veterans Day is the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I?
No.
I don't know if that registered with a lot of people. Just need to remind everybody. The 100th anniversary of the end of the war to end all wars. This is a big date.
Yeah. 1918. Yeah, sure.
Yep. 100 years. Now, for the United States, there were a lot of casualties, but it was a very short operation for us. But for Europe, they bled a whole generation dry right there in blood.
Yep.
They lost so many people. Okay, in France, the political correctness is getting so ridiculous that Macron, the president of France, is under fire because he had the audacity to state that Marshal Pétain was actually a hero and a great man during World War I, even though he later did bad choices during World War II.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what all that's about?
They said he was a Nazi sympathizer.
Because during World War II, after France collapsed and surrendered to the Germans, Pétain became he was appointed as the acting, whatever you want to call him. He was the head of the state.
Yeah.
He was the guy who was left in charge to deal with the Nazis during the occupation.
Right.
Now, we know all kinds of bad things happened, and, Marshal Pétain was not the best of guys. But what everybody's forgetting is the reason he got to that position is because during World War I, he was a great hero. After the French mutinied, the French army had mutinied after all the disasters like Battle of Verdun and everything like that, they were going nowhere. They were ready to lose the war and surrender, and Pétain came forward, and he became a great leader, and he essentially saved France from total collapse during World War I. And that's why he was a famous guy who then ended up being the guy selected to take over a crushed France at the end of during the early part of World War II.
Well, thanks for that.
But when you're a Democrat or a liberal, you don't care about anything. You just jump on any opportunity you can to attack anybody, even in this case, Macron, who himself is a liberal.
Just as long as there's full disclosure, both good and bad, there's no problem.
It was.
All right.
It was. Macron said he was a good man in World War I, even though he did bad stuff in World War II. And they're after him because he had the audacity of saying that Pétain actually was a good man.
Once again, Chester, you are informative and brief. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And hi to Martha.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. We have another caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Lee from Richland.
Hi, buddy. What's up?
Yeah, I was. I really got my wife and I got kicked out the other night. Whenever last week, whenever Trump was at one of the rallies, and there's a huge packed out crowd like normally had, and he addressed the media, a bunch of liberals, to pan out so they could show all that in the audience. So if they didn't, whether they did or not, I don't know. But if they didn't, at least the people listening to if they didn't cut that out of the of his speech, they know they were deliberately hiding that.
Right.
I'm
not sure I understand. What
mainstream media hiding the actual crowd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wanted the media to pan out so they could show all the crowd. The huge crowd.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
That's just simple common sense.
Well, yeah, that's but they're all political, these guys, and he calls them out.
Yeah.
In all these things, and they say, "Oh, we can't do that to the press." Well, yeah, it's not presidential. Well, it will be now. I'm going to tell you what, this guy's making a lot of things presidential that weren't before. That includes tweeting.
Now, another thing is I voted no against that increase on gasoline tax. I mean, I had a wreck a couple weeks ago, and I was driving down the road, and I was looking at a big text. I was reading the text while I was driving, and it says, "What the heck would you expect when you read while you're text a wreck?" They got all these text signs on the side of the highway, and I run.
So you're reading a damn sign about that, and you run into something, right?
Yeah, but the thing is
it's a good thing they took down all the pictures of naked women along the highway down, because at least that would be an excuse, right?
Well,
not anymore.
How much do them signs cost? If they're telling you the road's rough ahead, spend the money on fixing the road instead of putting an expensive.
Yeah.
And as somebody who owns a rock and asphalt company, I agree with that.
I mean, I just say that. I say when they start using their money properly, then that's one thing. But to just go out and just continue putting money into stuff like that, fix the roads first. Then you got something people want to pay for. Cameras on the roads and all these other signs. I mean, a lot of times if they have an issue, they'll pull out there and pull a temporary sign up, and that's understandable. That's pretty, that's pretty convenient. But that's just a huge amount of money going into signs.
Well, I would say, you know what? Despite all that, stay careful. Don't trust these people with these signs out. Don't be reading those signs.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
What the hell's the matter with you? You know what the speed limit is. You don't have to read no signs.
Yeah, I took a
you don't have to watch. You don't have to look at those stop signs.
Well, it's like littering signs. I knew that when I was a kid. You ain't supposed to litter.
Yeah.
I don't want to see all the littering of all.
There you go. But you, in your striving to be the perfect citizen, believe that you got to read everything that's on the highway because it's government property, right?
Yeah, well,
all right. Thank you.
Drivers, so.
Thank you so much. Get off my phone. I love you, but have a nice weekend. Thank you, Lee. All right, so we're back on the show, and I think we need to do, let's see, do we need another break?
Sicilian moment, maybe?
Oh,
is that what we need? I think we do. Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
I can't do that.
You can't forget about that. Oh. Hear about the Paisan who fell asleep? He was arrested. Forget about it. What are they picking on them poor Sicilians for like that? What's wrong with that? So what if he had a record? So what if he was wanted? Forget about it. He's sleeping. Come on. What's a Paisan got to do to get some rest? Man alive. He was probably went to the mattresses. He was called out as a soldier, a Roman soldier. All right. Thank you, Stan. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do we get a text from the Sicilian? I don't know. Looks like it.
No.
Okay, good. All right, we're back in the show. Call the show. We got this fabulous computer we're giving away. Connor over there at A1 Tech, 573-458-9175. We're going to pick them at about 10 till 12 or beyond that, and we'll announce the name, and then you call that number. Don't call me. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill, Salem.
Oh, thank you for pausing, Bill. See, I'm now, after about a year, I'm beginning to get this. What's up, my man?
Got a couple questions for you. I don't know if you know that. You know where Florida allowed where felons can vote?
Yeah, they just passed that, I think.
Added about 1.4 million.
Yeah. I don't think they voted. I don't think they voted in this election, did they? I think they voted for that in this election for the next election. Yeah. Right. You could probably kiss Florida goodbye. But go ahead.
Say 90% of felons are Democrats.
Yeah.
Right.
And 90% of the people that ought to be felons are probably Democrats. Go ahead.
But can they vote in the federal election?
If this passes,
I don't know.
If they can, how do they separate the two ballots?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't think they.
You ought to do a little scut work and call back next week and let us know what that is.
Okay, I'll try.
All right.
My other thing is,
yes, sir.
You was talking about that one lady was calling Trump racist. I kind of like it. I think it was Fox. One of the commentators said that Trump is more post-racist. He doesn't see our sexist or anything. I mean, he'll call a man and a woman the same name. He'll call, any race the same name to cut them down.
I don't believe the man has a racist bone in his body. I don't believe he's anti-Semitic. I don't even believe he's anti-Muslim. I don't believe he's anti-Mexican. He doesn't say Mexicans are criminals. He says some of the Mexicans that are being sent here aren't their best.
Right.
Okay, and that's true. It's provable.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, why would you leave a country if everything's going well for you?
Yeah, and when he I don't know what countries he was referring to when he said they were S-holes, but a lot of those countries are having these people trying to get into this country. So what does that say about their own country that they're coming from? They're probably leaving them because they are S-holes. Am I wrong?
No.
I mean, if you ask these people, why are you leaving that country? Well, we can't work. We can't have a job. We don't get food. Well, I mean, okay. That's what I would define as a kind of a you-know-what hole. Okay, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes, I would.
So what's the problem here? What is all this PC garbage?
That's what it is.
All right, Bill, thank you very much. I'm getting upset here. I'm 70 years old. I got to watch my blood pressure. So, what are we doing? Let's do a break. Yeah, let's do a break. We'll come back. By the way, later on in the show, we're going to play what happened on September the 21st when, I got hitched or asked to be hitched or asked to be hanged. I don't know what she was wishing I would be hung. Hey, that's not right. We can't talk.
TMI.
We can't talk like that. They can't talk like that on the show here.
Right.
All right, we're going to be right back. Don't touch the dial. Remember the number 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest and to win a fabulous desk computer. Hit it.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? So, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit our website at forumdental.com.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit a1techofrolla.com.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude...
Starting this year, Toyota and Lexus luxury models will come with Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the AC.
Turning on AC.
Finally, a virtual assistant to help you navigate.
Alexa, where's the nearest gas station?
Nearest gas station in 1.5 miles.
And to help maintain your vehicle.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads. Although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds.
She'll talk to you literally the entire time you're driving.
I think you should have turned back there.
I know where I'm going!
Hi. You know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone.
Anything else I should know?
2 miles back, we rolled through a stop sign without coming to a complete stop. Also, there are illegal fireworks in the trunk.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the car, please.
Amazon Alexa. You'll never get away from it.
All right, we're back on the show, and I got to confess, I went to the bathroom. I thought it was enough to, I thought we had a break long enough to handle it, and it wasn't there. So anyways, we're back on the show, and call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. And, there's a lot of things to be ticked off. They're trying to cheat us, and looks like they're trying to cheat us out there in Florida and Arizona. Other places, Georgia.
Right.
The elections got the most votes, and all of a sudden they're coming up with these hidden votes. Mm-hmm. What did they do, storm or something like that? I mean, one of them was that they found them in a big truck, a rental truck. So they're going to try
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That was 3 days ago.
They're going to try to cheat.
Sure.
And that's what Democrats do. And Republicans, you should have been ready to fight back.
Right.
I mean, it's not like you don't know that if you live in Chicago and you have ancestors there, that it's like Halloween almost. You all get out to vote from the cemeteries. And they come and they vote and they go back to the cemeteries, apparently.
Yeah.
So I've got ancestors who've been voting there for 100 years.
All right.
All right. So anyways, you want to call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. Okay, so we're back here, and we're fighting that Democrats trying to steal the election. We've got the star power of Oprah, Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Obama, Will Ferrell, who I think is probably the most effective of them all, but they were not. They did not sway the election.
Right.
At least not, we can't tell if they did.
Well, everyone Obama stumped for lost.
Yeah, and that's interesting because Obama, despite his 2 victories, which were personality victories and his ability to lie and get Americans to believe him, especially about Benghazi the second time around. I have no scandals in my administrations, and Bill O'Reilly is sitting there giving the interview. He's supposed to be a good journalist, and well, yeah, you are a patriot. What an idiot! I mean, come on, Bill.
Yeah. He pretty well lost Fox about that time, didn't he?
Oh my God, I don't know what happened to him, but come on, that's just dumb. Now we got Tucker Carlson. His home was invaded by Antifa,
right?
And they are now designated as hate criminals for doing what they're doing. I mean, they're chanting, "We know where you sleep at night. We know where you're sleeping." Well, his wife was there alone.
Right, with the kids.
No, the kids weren't there, apparently. And he was doing a show somewhere, and they tried to break the door in. Okay, and they left graffiti on his sidewalk. Well, this is getting real serious here. You know what? If I was there, someone was trying to break in, I had my gun with me.
Boom.
You know what? I wouldn't take a chance on that.
No.
Somebody's going to die pretty soon, and then the war began. Maybe. All right? Because this is getting out of hand. They need to find out who is paying for this stuff, George Soros, and what other people out there are paying for this. Because the Dems certainly aren't out there telling his Antifas to stop, although a lot in the news came out in Tucker's defense. I didn't see many politicians. I didn't see Maxine Waters saying anything, did she?
No.
All right.
Trump just tweeted a few minutes ago. He said, as soon as the Democrats sent their best election-stealing lawyer, Mark Elias, to Broward County, they miraculously started finding Democrat votes. Don't worry, Florida. I'm sending much better lawyers to expose the fraud.
I wonder if that means me. Did he hire me yet? Because I'm not.
No,
I haven't got my law degree. It's in the mail. Mr. President, my law degree is in the mail.
We keep asking him questions. He's going to end up calling again because he's going to think he forgot to call.
No, I don't know the number. He didn't leave me the number. He's got to leave me the number. I mean, if I'm going to be the Attorney General, I have to prepare myself to go before the Senate, don't I?
Oh, that's true.
And I got to prepare myself to take over. Be Mueller's boss, right? All right. So, anyways, we're going to have a great interview right now. We're going to talk to Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim, one of the best people to interview in the world. Hit it.
Now, if you feel that you can't go on, because all of your hope is gone, and your life is filled with much confusion, until happiness is just an illusion, and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there with the love that will shine for you. I'll be there with the love that will see you through. When you feel lost and about to give up, 'cause your best just ain't good enough, and you feel the world has grown cold, and you're drifting out all on your own, and you need a hand to hold, darling. Reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there to love and comfort you. I'll be there to cherish and care for you.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, bad boss expert Pixie Pacer, mirror advocate, writer, motivational speaker, and the shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show. God knows we need her. Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Hi, Dr. Amy. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, the midterms are over. Thanksgiving is close. Politics is on everyone's mind. How do we avoid stepping on all those landmines?
It's very, very challenging, especially in this heated environment. I think that regardless of what side we're on, people are feeling very strongly about their position and wanting to share it with anyone who will listen or perhaps even try to convince someone who will not. And so the best thing to do is if you are not with like-minded individuals, avoid the topic of politics.
But that's boring. I don't understand it. It's like the Super Bowl's on TV, but don't watch it.
Well, see, so I actually get very excited, and you and I don't talk about politics on this show, but I get very excited when I'm able to speak to someone in a civilized manner and share my perspective when I know that my view will be heard and perhaps even changed based on what I'm learning. So meaning we're coming to the table and each sharing our particular positions and explaining in a civilized way why we feel the way that we feel. That can actually be very exceptionally interesting, intriguing. It doesn't happen often, which is why I choose to keep my mouth shut.
Wait a minute. Are you implying that you're civilized and I'm not?
No, I'm implying that you enjoy it a lot, and so therefore, for someone like you, if I were to say to you, do not go to dinner and talk about, you have to talk about politics because that's what gets you excited, right? So that's one of the things. And so for me, I enjoy it, but I actually specifically choose my company so that I don't offend or perhaps even alienate myself in a particular situation. So let's imagine that I do not agree with something that happened politically. Or let's take the flip. Let's say that I'm super excited. I live in Florida, and I happen to be super excited about some of the things that have happened. Well, if I go to a meeting and I start talking about that, and every single person in that meeting is really upset about what's going on in my state, well, then I've alienated myself, and I have to think about what I want and need from those particular relationships. Is it more important for me to make my point and hammer home that I believe this, that, and the other, if even so it might alienate me from those individuals, cause me not to have a particular business deal, cause me to not be invited to, say, a social gathering? Or am I able to appreciate and respect those particular relationships regardless of political affiliation or position? And so that's the key. You have to make a tactical decision, recognizing that there might be some friends with whom you really enjoy having that political dialogue, whether or not they agree with you, because that's really fun.
It is fun, yeah. I mean, but it's true that if people get out of sorts because of it, then it could be problematic. I realize that.
I mean, I've seen it on social levels very much so, and obviously in the political environment. What if you work for a boss and the boss is on a different political side from you? And that boss is expecting you to agree. And if you don't openly agree with something, then there's some repercussion, whether it be that you don't get that great job, you don't get that awesome project that you want, you don't get the promotion. It can really happen, and it does. And so that's why people, unfortunately, have learned to be so politically correct, so proper and quiet. And that's why sometimes we see what we see in the elections, because people aren't sharing their opinions.
See, I'm one of those people who does speak up. And
I really respect that about you.
I have survived in the same business for over 47 years. I'm in my 48th year. And whatever they tried to do to me, and believe me, it was plenty, hasn't worked. I'm still here and I'm still strong. And I'm able to sleep at night because I told the truth. I told what I thought. And quite frankly, I was right a lot more than I was wrong. So, and I didn't do anything to hurt anybody intentionally.
Sure,
I did it to have everybody win, and that was the purpose of it. And I
think that if you got it with that attitude, and especially, so for instance, I mean, your show is all about that, having great guests who can share different perspectives, and you're very factual in that you share, specific information, and you can speak to the cause. My husband can too. My husband can say, oh, here is why I think this, and he can intelligently argue why he believes that. Sometimes someone like me, someone who's less political, I actually sometimes just vote based on what I feel. like a gut hunch, what I see for one sound clip. And so that's the issue. So if I don't feel that I can intelligently discuss a particular topic, then I might bow out of that dialogue because I don't want to misspeak or perhaps put myself in a situation where I could impact myself socially or professionally.
Well, I prepare myself. I mean, I'm prepared to speak on the subjects that I'm talking about, and occasionally I make a mistake. I'm not perfect. And if a person or anybody can point out where I'm wrong, and I can see that I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong about that. So, but a lot of people can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand
that's a very
that.
important point. Sure, no, and you are able to do that, and you're able to express yourself very clearly, obviously, right, given your profession and your interests. But that's so critical because what happens is you're able to use intellect and a little bit of emotion, but intellect to share your perspective. And when we don't use intellect and we just use emotion, then it ends up getting into these very heated, ugly situations. And that's really what we need to avoid in order to maintain civility.
So, Dr. Amy, I just turned 70 today.
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much. And, I also just got engaged like a month and a half ago. And,
Congratulations.
This is after 3 failed marriages. What advice do you have for me, Lisa, and others of the senior set? Should we just retire or should we keep doing stuff? I don't know what to do. I don't know. Dr. Amy, you got to help me.
Well, first of all, I wish you and Lisa so much joy and happiness, and that's so exciting. The key thing is to really do what you love and enjoy those things that you enjoy together, and remember who you are as individuals as well. So you don't want to lose your own identity when moving forward with a relationship with someone else. Both of you need to enjoy what you do together, and then remember what it is that makes you special on your own. And great piece of advice is never go to bed angry. And I know that we've always spoken about that, but it's so true. It's so true because it makes you feel happy, and you always, no matter what issue you have, you at the end of the day, are engaged at this point, married soon, with the purpose of spending time with this person because he or she completes you, and regardless of what issue is at bay, you always want to just remember that and always go back to that.
You're right. I just don't know if I can do that. So, Dr. Amy, where do we find you?
You can find me at cooperstrategicgroup.com. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. I even am on Instagram. My son put me on Instagram. Yes, I know. I'm not so active on it yet, but I've been told that that's the new thing for me to do. But the handle for each is Amy Cooper Hakeem. So I look forward to connecting. Thank you.
Dr. Amy, one last thing. There's just one round world, yet so many squares. Think about that and give me your thoughts on it next week. Okay? Thank you so much,
Okay.
Dr. Amy. Shabbat shalom.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Shabbat shalom.
KKID Salem Rolla.
Am I not philosophical?
Oh.
Am I not? Think about it. One round world and so many squares in it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't fit. A lot of
square peg, round holes.
People don't fit. A lot of vegetation doesn't fit. Right now they got this snake hunt going on in Florida. They're getting all these pythons. There's a certain kind of python, and I got a picture of one on my website, daveweinbaum.net. 17.5 feet.
Oh my God!
But they always say it weighs 120 pounds. There's no way. That thing's got to be 300 pounds.
My goodness!
Wouldn't you think 17 feet? I mean, it's big, too. And I guess the reason they are trying to eliminate them, they're probably eating everything in the swampland down there in Florida. They're probably killing the Everglades, I would guess. So, I don't know. I guess these are invasive species, per se. All right, call the show. We still got the A1 Tech computer that Connor's going to give away. 57, and what you need to do to call them is 573-458-9175, but what you need to call this show is 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. Are we doing a break?
Congratulations, caller 93. You won!
Wow! Are you serious?
I absolutely am.
Oh my gosh!
To claim your prize,
Woo!
just pull up to the next window, please.
Woo!
Ma'am?
Ma'am, can you pull up, please?
Of course.
It feels like a big win when you get a deal like this. Introducing McDonald's new $6 Classic Meal Deal. Choose one of 4 favorites like the Quarter Pounder with cheese, plus any size soft drink, small fries, and a pie. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offers.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control. Community born, community raised, community serving.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Okay, just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead.
Mr. President, over the course of the last several days of the campaign, sir, at the end of the campaign, you repeatedly said that Americans need to fear Democrats. You said it would unleash a wave of violent crime that endangers families everywhere. Why are you pitting Americans? Why are you pitting Americans against one another, sir?
Peter, what are you trying to be him?
No, I'm
Peter,
just asking the question.
Let me just tell you, very simple, because they're very weak on crime. Go ahead, take the. Well, I'll give you I will give you voter suppression. You just have to sit down, please. Sit down. I didn't call you. I'll give you voter suppression. Take a look at the CNN polls, how inaccurate they were. That's called voter suppression.
This one gal kept standing up like she was a jumping jack to sit down. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure she's claiming racism now. She's black. But you got to be recognized, don't you? I mean, that's...
Right. Out of order.
You don't just yell in front of the other reporters. I mean... Come on. Oh, man, it was a circus. But you know what? It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was.
It was like really fun to watch. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Carl Smith. I'm calling from Salem, Missouri.
Hi, Carl. What can I do for you?
A friend of mine and I discussed world problems, and we have come up with a percentage which we think is fairly accurate, but we think that 90% of all problems on Earth is because of human activity towards 2 things, and that is greed and hatred. And want to know what your opinion is of that.
Greed and
statement.
hatred.
Greed or hatred, and or.
Greed and or hatred. They're such big categories.
Yes, they are.
You know, they're just huge categories. I would need a little bit more specificity. For example, if I hated somebody because of their religion, that would be one thing. If I hated somebody because they wouldn't let me practice my religion, that would be another kind of hate, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be, but it's still in the hatred category.
Yeah. But who would be the problem there? Me or the person who was trying to prevent me from practicing my religion?
Whoever is the more forceful in his or her resolve.
So if I was more resourceful in practicing my religion, then I would be the more hateful person, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay, well...
whoever is the most forceful and non-tolerant, that is the way that we are thinking about it. There's a lot of... you can have internal dislike, but that doesn't mean you have hatred, especially if you have some or decent tolerance towards the other person being able to do their thing in their time and their space.
Well, generally, I mean, there's a lot to agree with you on, but I think it needs more specificity. All right, so specific T. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm trying to sound smart, and, it's not working, is it? All right, hey, thanks a lot, Carl. You're a lot smarter than I am, so I appreciate the call, my friend. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, Dave, this is JJ again. And
What happened? What happened? Did you drop your tinfoil hat this morning?
I am afraid I did.
All right.
Maybe I should put it back on. When Chester called in and mentioned World War I,
You're a veteran of that war, aren't you?
Yeah, of course I am. No, Vietnam, and hats off to them. On November 10th, 1775, the U.S. Marine Corps was founded, and their birthday ends up being tomorrow. It's actually celebrated Monday.
Oh.
But I wanted to give a hats off to all of our veterans, and in particular the Marine Corps. Happy birthday, guys.
Well, happy birthday, and thanks for all you guys do to protect us. And I know a lot of people don't appreciate you, but I certainly do, and I know JJ does, and I'm pretty sure most of my audience does.
God bless you, Dave. See you.
God bless you, JJ. And God bless Stan Hines, who's a veteran. All righty. You want to call the show, 573-364-4433. I say we do Deanna, and then come back. We got a Sicilian thing coming up?
We can.
Why don't we do a Sicilian thing, and then we'll do Deanna on a break. How's that?
All right.
All right. Hit it.
I majored in anger management. I went to FU. Forget about it.
Yeah, when you say extreme things like that, it lets out a lot of pressure. It lets out a lot of the stress, you see? And I can control my anger a lot better. Right, Stan?
That's right.
Right, Lisa? You better say right.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, I feel better now.
You say Deanna Lorraine next, right?
Yeah, I say Deanna Lorraine. Let's hit it with her right now.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, a woman who's passionate about making love great again. Star of CNN and Fox News, rubs elbows with Don Jr. and Sebastian Gorka. And matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, love goddess Deanna Lorraine. Hi, Deanna. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, can I get some election reflection from you?
Yes. Election reflection would be fantastic. Where do I start? Well, going into it, the sentiment in D.C., because I was here for Washington, and, they were mixed. A lot of people felt, as what I felt, that God would perform another little miracle, and that, obviously the odds were stacked against us as far as us retaining the House. But I did think that there was a chance, because every Republican I know voted, and the lines were massive, and everyone at these rallies voted, early voted. I went to early vote, and the line was massive. So I just couldn't. I really felt that they were basing the polls and their predictions based on previous elections in the midterms, where most Republicans or the party in power didn't really vote. They kind of sat on their haunches and got content. But everyone I know took this election just as seriously, if not more, than the 2016 election with Trump. So I really did think we had a good shot at going into it, and so did a lot of people in Washington.
Well, I confess, I was wrong too. I thought we had a really good chance based on the 2016 election.
Yes,
but I'll tell you,
I did too.
If the Republicans had won the House, the polling industry would be dead.
Which would have been fantastic.
It would have been over for them. So.
And the news outlet, CNN would have been dismantled. MSNBC, Rachel Madcow would be fired. I mean, this is what I was looking forward to, that sweet victory.
Speaking of Rachel Madcow, hey, how do feminists explain the confession of women who have accused men of sexual assaults, like in Kavanaugh, retracting that and saying, well, they were just doing it to make a point, like they did in Kavanaugh's case?
I don't know how they justify it. It's horrible. It's horrific. And, the same thing with Keith Ellison. How the heck did they elect Keith Ellison, who actually had witnesses? And they had women going and testifying against him, saying that he was committing sexual violence against them. And how did they elect him?
Yeah.
Where was the witch hunt? Where was the demand that he resign? Where was the national walkout day and the mob? None of that for Keith Ellison, and he even got elected. So it just exposes their hypocrisy and their double standards. If
Yeah.
Democrats don't have double standards, they have no standards at all.
Well, that's for sure.
I am sad, to be honest with you. I'm disappointed. I definitely thought, I don't even know if there's some election fraud going on here, because it doesn't make sense to me. I'm happy we picked up the 6 seats in the House, in the Senate, though. That's exciting, right?
Oh, it's very exciting. And do you want to reflect a little bit on what Trump did with Sessions yesterday? And he's got a new guy.
Yeah, I think that's a great move. I think that Jeff, I don't know what he was doing, but I think there was an ace up his sleeve. I think that Jeff was doing some work behind the scenes. I don't think this man is a stupid man. He couldn't have accomplished so much in his life if he was a dumb man. So I do think that there were some things going on behind the scenes between him and Trump, that he was doing some work, some heavy lifting quietly, and everything else was kind of just a show, the back and forth between him and Trump.
And
now I think now the real work is going to come in, because this man, this new guy, Matthew Whitaker, he apparently, talks about Hillary Clinton going to jail and pressing charges, and I think that he's going to pick up where Jeff left off and really get the train running.
And he is the new boss of Mueller.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that something? And Chuck Schumer's out there crying. He's got to recuse himself. He's got to recuse himself. He ain't going to recuse himself. I thought that was a master move on Trump's part, especially now that he's increased the Senate lead.
Yes, I think it's a great idea. I think that things are going to go smoothly, but I don't now, obviously there was a tragic last night, very timely, very interesting,
yes.
But of course now Dems call for, we're going to start.
We're going to hear that again.
The thing on the list is gun control.
Right. And it was a white guy. They want to eliminate white guys, so.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So to wrap it up real quick, I'm bummed because I thought this was going to be our chance to really send a strong message that the evil tactics of the left, their dirty tactics, their mob rule, their double standards, their sickening behavior does not work anymore, and Americans voted that out. That's what I was really excited to have, that vindication.
I think that happened. I think that happened in the Senate somewhat, and that most of the Dems that voted against Kavanaugh lost. Not all, but most.
Yes, that was good. That was a great thing. I have a positive outlook. I love how Trump is very positive too, and he's not even giving us a minute to lick our wounds, because he said this is a success, this is a win, we're moving forward, and that's what I love about our president.
So, matchmaker, without naming names, how's your social life going?
My social life?
Yeah.
It's going well.
Good.
Yeah, bumping into Sebastian Gorka and hung out with Steve Bannon on election night.
Mm-hmm.
And, having some great people in my life coming in and about.
Donald Trump Jr., right?
Donald Trump Jr., yeah, rubbing elbows with Judge Jeanine, and we'll see what the love life develops between now and Christmas, won't we?
Well, that should be very interesting, and I want you to keep us posted.
Yes.
Being discreet, like I'm sure you know you always are, right?
Yes, of course.
So, what's on your schedule, and where can people find you?
You can go to my social media. It's Twitter and YouTube, Deanna Lorraine 7. That's Deanna Lorraine 7. You could buy my book, Making Love Great Again, on Amazon. And if you want matchmaking services, you can go to DeannaLorraine.com.
By the way, it's a great book. You ought to buy it. And one more thing. Did you know what marriage in Chinese means?
No. What does it mean?
Cut balls off. Ladies and gentlemen, Deanna Lorraine. Thank you so much, Deanna, for being a star on the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Thank you, Dave.
Have
Anytime.
a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And just when we're getting to that, my lovely fiance over here, who's not wearing her ring, by the way, is telling Stan that I never take her out for dinner. I never take her out.
No, I said it's changed. The frequency has changed from when we first started dating.
First of all, we've been traveling a lot, haven't we?
Yes.
And where do we go to dinner? Do we eat in the room the whole time? Do we go to restaurants? Come on, what's going on? What did I get you yesterday?
Flowers, dear.
Thank you.
I did not eat them.
Your Honor, I rest my case. You know, I'll tell you what. I thought about getting married by a judge, but I think I'm going to choose a jury. I think they'd be more sympathetic, don't you?
Poor thing.
Come on, what's
Poor thing.
wrong with this picture? All right, I got to mention this: the mass murder out there in the California bar. You got 12 murdered, and apparently it's by an ex-Marine. Said to be suffering from PTSD. There's more to come, I'm sure. All right? So that's very sad. And these from one of the Fox news guys who has recently resigned from Fox, Adam Housley. One of his niece was murdered during that.
That's horrible.
Ridiculous thing. All right. You know what? And who was saying it? I don't know which caller. Was it the rabbi? Was it somebody else? We need to... I think it was Loomer. Said it in a tweet. You know, we don't need less guns. We need more guns to protect ourselves from these people. If it wasn't for that cop that went in there and gave up his own life, that bar with all these young people in it, then there could have been 20, 30 killed. Who knows?
That's true.
You know? So, all right, we're back on the show, and I think we're going to take a little break right now. This will be the 7th break. Is that correct?
Yes,
Dan?
sir.
All right. Thank you so much. And by the way, we've got that giving away that free computer. Call me at 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James, or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Ram Power Days are here at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Rolla. Hi, I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager, and once you feel the power of a new Ram, you won't want anything else. Stop in now and you can get in a 19 Bighorn Edition and you can save up to $10,000 in cash rewards. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. So before you pick out your next truck, stop in at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on South Bishop or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
On the campaign trail, you called yourself a nationalist. Some people saw that as emboldening white nationalists. Now people are also saying
I don't know why you'd
that
say
the
that. It's such a racist
There
question.
are some people that say that now the Republican Party is seen as supporting white nationalists because of your rhetoric. What do you make of that?
I don't believe it. I don't know. Why do I have my highest poll numbers ever with African Americans? Why do I have among the highest poll numbers with African Americans? I mean, why do I have my highest poll numbers? That's such a racist question. Honestly, I mean, I know you have it written down and you're going to tell me. Let me tell you, it's a racist question.
And Mr. President,
I love it. You know what the word is? I love our country. I do. You have nationalists, you have globalists. I also love the world. And I don't mind helping the world, but we have to straighten out our country first. We have a lot of problems.
And
Excuse me, but to say that, what you said, is so insulting to me. It's a very terrible thing that you said.
Yeah, I mean, and that was obviously, that's clickbait for people that want to think of this guy as a racist.
Right.
He's a nationalist. What the hell's wrong with that? I mean, I'm a nationalist. I love America.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do I want the rest of the world to die and us survive? No. But I like this country first. Okay? I want them to, I want people to live the American dream like I've been able to. You know, and my parents and all that came here with nothing. Well, my parents actually were the first generation via my grandfather and others that moved here from my family, but they didn't have anything. Nothing. They lived in a one-bedroom apartment on the west side of Chicago. There was 10 or 11 of them. They'd come and go. They'd have mattresses on the floor. It was like a mafia at war. You know, they went to the mattresses. That's where they lived. One bedroom, one bathroom.
Yeah.
And the guy with the bedroom was the guy that was married. It was cousin Joe and Aunt Annette. So there you go. Anyways, back on the show. You want to call the show? You still got time to get in the contest for this fabulous desktop computer from A1 Tech. And remember, when I give you the winner, and we're getting close here, about another 15, 20 minutes or so, you call 573-458-9175. And another thing, if you want to advertise in this show, I got an opening or two, call me at 573-578-2700. That's 578-2700.
Make that after 1 o'clock.
After 1 o'clock, yes, because I will be doing my usual pattern, which is, I don't even talk about my patterns anymore. Say to this Antifa stuff. By the way, a very chatty Louis Farrakhan in Iran speaking Farsi, chants down with the USA and down with Israel, and he warns Trump about Mideast war. And, the Ayatollahs are all upset because the United States has now placed sanctions on them, like Obama should have, instead of giving them billions and billions of dollars to be what? To be terrorists and terrorist supporters, the largest in the Middle East. and trying to give them the bomb so they could bomb Israel. There's no doubt in my mind that's what he had in mind. Mm-hmm. And Louis Farrakhan is his buddy. He had pictures taken. He had a picture taken with Farrakhan, at least one that we know of, back in 2005.
Right.
And they hid that photo of him until after these elections with Trump.
Right.
Why? What are you scared about? See, all this maneuvering to hide things is what Democrats do. And apparently they hit a bunch of votes or something so that they could come back and maybe double the vote or something like that. I don't know what the hell they're doing. But these Republicans down there in Florida have already won. Now they're trying to figure out how to take the votes away and give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Either the votes were counted or they won't. Yeah, so we're going to have another thing like happened with Gore and Bush.
Yeah.
China is to control the weather via satellites. That's kind of interesting.
I'd like to see that.
I wonder if that could actually be done. I'm pretty sure it probably could if you think about it for a while. You can see clouds now and get rain, can't you?
I guess.
I don't know.
I've heard you could, but...
And meanwhile, you got robots and drones. That's key. Michael Crichton wrote a book about 20 years ago about this, where you could have these, not only robots, but these drones, and you're thinking about the things that fly around. Well, these things can imitate an insect and be very tiny.
Wow.
And they can weaponize these things, or they can make them so tiny that they get them into your system, can either make you sick or make you well.
Wow.
Think about that. This is our future, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what our children are going to have to face, and I hope it works.
Right.
It's a little scary, though, quite frankly. All right, you know what I want you to play right now? I want you to play Extra 3. Okay?
I'm ready.
Hit it.
If you want to, we brought in a little sample from our store, and for your listeners that can't see what I'm showing you.
That's beautiful.
It's a sapphire.
That's an opal or sapphire?
It's a sapphire diamond ring. September has the birthstone of sapphire, so this is an example of one of our sapphires. A beautiful, beautiful sapphire. We talk about diamonds, being the hardest gemstone on the planet. Sapphire is second to it.
Did you have my anniversary gift delivered today then?
Maybe. Maybe.
You know what? When a plan comes together.
You know what? I'm feeling something. I'm having a Kaepernick moment. Oh my God! They're not even playing the national anthem because I feel like I gotta kneel. So, Lisa Strausser?
Yes, dear.
I'm sort of kneeling.
Don't hurt yourself.
Lisa Strausser?
Yes, dear.
Will you marry me?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes.
David. Oh my God.
Yes, David.
I had to peek my head in the door for this.
All right. You heard it, America. You're all witness to this madness.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Good job. Good job.
Oh, honey.
All right, listen to me. It'll get fixed. All right. I really did not have time. Come here. Don't pull up. Aw. Anybody can put up with me for 5 years. Actually, and before that, when she used to work for me when she was a teenager, deserves that. And I love you. And I hope we spend the rest of our lives together happily. All right? Oh, she's wow.
I'm speechless.
I know.
Thank you. I know you're happy about that.
Found a way, to get her speechless. All right. But that's not going to happen every day. So, all right. Enough of that. Jesse, you got pictures? Hold on.
Give him a big hand.
All right. Yeah.
There we go.
All on KKID 92.9. We said history here. History. Now, if I only was smart enough to ask the darn question and then say, and for the answer, tune in next week to the Dave Weinbaum Show. If only I was smart enough. And you're sitting complaining because I don't take you out to dinner every night. Oh, my goodness. It's terrible. Oh, man. Who cooked the brisket?
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Whatever. All right, anyways, she's sort of... Are you wearing your ring now?
No.
No? Okay.
My finger's swollen.
All right, well, I'm sorry.
From the bite.
Sorry I bit you last night. I'm sorry you got bit last night. So. All right, we're back on the show. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. And a few other things. Housekeeping. We're talking about Louis Farrakhan chatting up the wars in the Middle East. Obviously, he hates Jews, hates Israel, loves the Ayatollahs. And they're basically pretty much enemies of the United States now. Trump has placed massive sanctions upon them. I think Louis Farrakhan has used up his American citizenship and it should be revoked.
I agree.
You can't be out there in Iran and threatening war from Iran to the United States. Right. You jerk. You know, it's time it's bad enough where you live in Chicago that there's a war there amongst blacks. What have you done about it? Nothing. Just stoked up the hate of the Jews. That's all. Hatred for Jews, right. Hatred for whites, and hatred for Christians. You know, he can kiss my tuchus too. You know, I've had it with him. The Jews make me so famous because they're all complaining about me that I hate them. Oh, I love when they do that. Because it makes me popular all over the world. Well, guess what? I wrote about 3 columns about Lewis and other people that were kvetching about Baltimore and Ferguson and places like that and telling everybody to get rid of their guns while he's got armed protection all the time, okay? So I called him out on it, and apparently that made his paper The Root. This is his news thing, and me and Hannity made it, and this thing got out to on the internet, and apparently all of a sudden I started seeing things from Africa that were calling me, Dave Weinbaum, that troublemaking Jew. So Louis, you made me famous too. Thanks. And now you can kiss my tuchus. Anyways, my Jewish tuchus, by the way. Okay. Back on the show, and let's see, we got 2 Jewish women. They're wearing MAGA hats, all right? That's Make America Great for, again, liberals out there. MAGA hats and Trump T-shirts, and they go to this restaurant called Carmine's. And I think it's a very famous restaurant. I think we tried to get in there, and it was too busy. Or did we eat in there? I don't remember. Oh, wait.
We didn't get in.
We didn't get in, but I was actually trying to take you out to a restaurant in New York. Wasn't it?
Oh, what a memory you have from 3 years ago.
She couldn't cook in New York in the hotel room.
Anyways, so these women, and there are a couple of Jewish women. They're wearing MAGA hats and T-shirts, and they refuse them service.
Oh, my.
They're getting other people in there. So, you got 2-3 hours. And they pointed out it was because of your hats and your T-shirts, you know? Talk about discrimination. Okay, there's a guy in Denmark, 20 years. He's 69 years old. He's demanding now that he gets his choice, just like some men want to turn into women and choose to be a woman, or choose at that moment that they need to identify as a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And can go into the ladies' bathrooms. Well, this guy demands to be 49 when he's actually 69. And I like that idea, because now I'm going to live another 20 years because I'm going to be 50.
Well, there you go.
You know? Do you like that, honey?
Well, I'm not sure why you want to be 49, but
50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's 20 years.
Well, yeah.
I'm not very original. This guy said 20 years, so I'm going along with the program, you know? What the hell?
You don't look a day over 50 now.
No, whatever.
I kind of like you the way you are.
All right, why don't we do
time.
We got one final break and a couple extras. Why don't we do the final break right now? Remember, call the show. I still got plenty of stuff to talk about. But if you want to get in on this contest, call 573-364-4433. You got 15 minutes to get it off your chest.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas, too, at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for, from beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Well, what happened there?
Don't we have something else?
Yeah.
Attached to that.
Oh, it didn't start. Here we go. Sorry.
The resignation letter was prepared in such haste it's undated.
I heard you that, and I heard you say that, and I wondered, is it possible that this resignation letter has been sitting around since President Trump began saying, I want your resignation quite a while back?
It is very possible that the president has had that's the reason it was undated. It's almost inconceivable that lawyers would sign something as dramatic as this without it being dated. The president may very well have said, I want your resignation letter. It's going to be in my top drawer, and I'll publish it when I'm ready, and you'll know. Wouldn't be beyond Donald Trump to use that as a style. Secondly, the FISA application about which Catherine has spoken at length, that the president said he was going to reveal. He suddenly changed his mind 180 degrees after members of the intelligence community, American intelligence, British intelligence, Israeli intelligence, dissuaded him from doing so.
All right, I got a 5-minute warning here because let's call it a 7-minute warning, all right? Because after that, I'm not going to accept any more calls that are going to be for the contest.
That's right.
Because I have to have time to mix them up, like nobody else does that here, and pick them.
You're
and
mixed
pick
up.
it.
You're
and
very mixed up.
Don't mess around with it because I'm going to mix them up again. I'm gonna. All right. We got a caller right now. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Pastor Pat from St. James.
Well, hi there, Pastor Pat. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Dave?
I'm good. I mentioned you today.
All right. Yes. And happy birthday, too.
Well, thank you. Thanks for all the nice stuff you did for us over the weekend.
Oh, I tell you, it was a blessing to us to be able to do that for you.
It's very nice of you. And I love that trophy. I was just dumbfounded by it.
Really?
Yeah.
Great.
It's like I was,
Great. Well, it was from our heart.
Well, that's very nice. And, I like the gift, the cross. I can't wear it, obviously.
Right.
So I had to give it to Lisa. I re-gifted it, if that's okay.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
I'm sure Lisa liked it.
Lisa likes anything she can get her hands on. So, all right, what can I do for you, Pastor Pat?
I just wanted to say that I made it to the Trump rally.
And how was it?
All the way through the rally. Yes.
And nobody showed up, right? You were the only ones there?
Well, there was like 7,000 to 8,000 on the inside, and I hear that they turned away about 10,000. So
yeah.
I don't know.
And this is after he's done about 30 of these things.
Wow!
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was exciting. It was my first one, And it was a blast, man. It was a blast.
I mean, were you so you were satisfied? You were happy with what happened? You weren't disappointed, were you?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was great.
Because of my job here at the radio station, I listen to a lot of these Trump rallies, and I wondered if I wouldn't be somewhat bored by it, just being there. And no, I wasn't. I was just really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the atmosphere is electrified, and the speakers were just awesome. And we were probably about 25 feet from Hannity.
Yeah.
And Judge Jean. And then we weren't that far away from President Trump either.
How cool.
We were in the middle of the floor there, so.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Pastor Pat, what you do. And what's the name of your church again?
City of Light and Life Ministries.
And I want to thank Pastor Pat for being my friend and her husband, Jim, and
Yes.
Jim Maxwell. And I appreciate all of the people there. And I actually speak there every once in a while. I'm very nicely welcome there and respected as a Jewish person. And
Yes.
and I respect them as Christian people. And we all get along, it seems. Thank
Yes,
you,
we
Pastor
love you
Pat.
and Lisa very much.
Well, we love you too, baby. All right, thank you. And I have another caller. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. No?
No, it was just the old. It was the old man in the mountain, and he wanted to know what the phone number was to call in case he won the computer.
All right, well, we know what we're going to do. While we're going to be playing our next two extras, which is Judge Napolitano on and Shep on the Sessions resignation. I'm going to be messing around, mixing these things up, and picking a winner. All right.
All right.
So why don't you go ahead and hit those two? Run them together, please.
If this is perceived as a series of events fomented by President Trump in order to interfere with the Mueller investigation by putting another person in charge of it who may take it over, a person more friendly to Donald Trump than Bob Mueller is perceived as being, President Trump's own champion in the Republicans in the United States Senate, Senator Lindsey Graham, has said that would foment a constitutional crisis. So we have a lot of facts to get our arms around here, Shep. I don't know where this is going to go. But it's volatile right now.
We heard Chuck Schumer say constitutional crisis. What did he mean? Help our viewers understand this.
That the president is using extraordinary powers to prevent the rule of law from taking its normal course.
Would this be returning to offense?
Yes. This is the height of offense to do something like this within 24 hours of the conclusion of the midterms. I must also tell you that though Mr. Whitaker is now acting Attorney General Whitaker, is a former United States attorney for the Southern District of Iowa and was confirmed by the Senate for that. He was not confirmed by the Senate to become acting Attorney General. And the statute requires that the human being who runs the Department of Justice have been confirmed by the Senate for a senior leadership position.
Well, despite the fact that I've had some people jockeying for this free computer, I have picked a winner, and we're going to do these. We did both of the Judge Napolitano. We're done with the bits. We're done with all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do one more thing, and then I'm going to tell you. I've already picked a winner. I'm not going to tell you until I come back. So don't touch it down. But I did get one request for Weinbaum music, singing, and of course it came from Stan, but he can't get enough. What can I say?
That's right.
And he is a director, so I like to give him a Shotsky once in a while. Hit it, Stan.
From Weinbaum Records, it's Dave's Hits of 2017. Listen to the unique singing style of your favorite radio host, Dave Weinbaum, as he belts out songs like
But Snowflake, you know you can't take it. You've got that hateful feeling. Whoa, that hateful feeling.
Or how about this?
As you wish me hell, to everyone you could tell that you'd been spying over me. fighting over me, then you spread your views to the mainstream news.
And timeless memories like
You don't know me. I'm in the federal witness plan. You don't know me. I might be in Afghanistan.
Dave's Hits of 2017 is not sold in any stores. And if you act fast, you can get Dave's favorite insults absolutely free with your order.
You schmuck. Kiss my tuchus. Putz. I hear you tried to donate your brain to science, but they were only taking used ones. I don't take the broom out of your hands when you're trying to do your job. I hear you're 1 foot short of a yard sale. There was a lot of testosterone in my marriage. Too bad none of it was mine. I married a trophy wife, but I couldn't afford to mount her. I had 2 feet of snow on my car, so my wife offered me her broom. I said, thanks, but you're going to have to teach me how to fly it first. Got any complaints? Go to hell and wait.
The perfect way to close out the year. Dave's Hits of 2017.
That's all, folks.
Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny, you...
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I would never say in your case that you're fired, so I'll just say you're hired.
You know, now I'm getting concerned that he's becoming a sort of a pest.
Well, either that or he just forgot he had already.
No, he called me twice already. Why don't you call and tell me what the hell I'm supposed to do? I'm getting ticked off at the president. I want to know what job he's assigning me to. I'll be a janitor in the White House. I don't care. Well, maybe not a janitor. There's nothing wrong with being a janitor. But, I'm almost a lawyer, sort of. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have, we need a drum roll because I picked a winner, all right? And I mean I really picked a winner here. Okay, by the way, I just want to say, stop the drum roll for a minute. I just want to say it was so nice to listen to Weinbaum music and have a sing-along with Stan and my lovely fiancée, Lisa. We had a little sing-along, didn't we? Sang right along with me.
Yeah.
You know, bad notes and all.
Yep.
That was real hard for
Wasn't
me,
that cool? That was really some kumbaya right here in the studio. I mean, we're all together all together in this. Too bad Jesse didn't come in and sing with us. He's probably in there sticking his hand in his finger in his throat right now. Anyways, here's the drum roll. The winner's coming. The winner of the fabulous desktop computer from A1 Tech, and he has to call 573-458-9175, the man with the tinfoil hat, JJ from Raleigh. Congratulations, JJ, and they were both witness to the fact this was an honest pick. Last week I had Kevin the Liberal, who has failed to call the show. He's now not eligible to win the thing. I carried him over a week. He's not listening to the show. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. Or in this case, Kevin. All right, we're back on the show. We got a few more things you want to call the show. 57, just for the hell of getting something off your chest, which I think is good. Call 573-364-4433. Okay. We've got a guy, let's see. Oh, the duck boat captain in Branson.
Oh, yeah.
You know, oh, my goodness. How many were killed in that? About 17?
I think so.
Oh, my God. How horrible. Yeah. You know, you have I think one woman lost her entire family.
9 people in the same family.
Oh, my God. And it was, anyways, the captain of this boat, I guess he went out with, he didn't take his brain that day because it was terrible conditions, and he should have known better. And now this captain, I don't know about the owners, but the captain has been federally charged with negligence and something else. I forgot what. I don't know if you've been following, but, with Trump in the White House now, people are looking at these Supreme Court judges to see what the heck's going on. You've got Ruth Bader Ginsburg fell down in her office, and she broke 3 ribs. And, this woman, she works out. She's 85, 86 years old.
She's had a lot of illnesses, and she broke some ribs before, but guess what? She is back to work. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
She's fighting it. You got to admire that much. But Trump has the opportunity here to appoint a couple more Supreme Court justices, possibly.
Right.
That is so huge. That's like 50 years of Supreme Court judges he can have on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that could happen. Now, the amount of oil in this country oil exploration and production has gone up to the point to where we don't really need OPEC anymore.
Right.
Okay, and we might be actually in the first throes of OPEC being broke up.
Wow.
And the United States being the main oil supplier in the world. You notice the price has been coming down.
Yeah.
Amazingly amount. There's a huge wildfires in California. Huge wildfires in California. Mad Cow, as somebody called her. She is organizing street protests. The caravan is still coming this way, and Trump still considers them an invader. And he's right, for goodness sakes. And the press here is just amazing. Knife attacks in Britain going up. Michelle Obama, this is from Captain Obvious. Michelle Obama blasts Trump in a new book. All right? Imagine that. And Alex Baldwin decides that he's going to get into a fight over a parking place and knocks out a guy who takes it from him. Listen to me. Thank you so much for being here for the Dave Weinbaum Show. Have a great weekend. I'll be back next week.
Powerhouse.